So you guys, I already did a couple videos today, so I've cleaned space. So I'm just gonna do a quick little cleansing prayer. So welcome back. I'm Zoe. This is Divinity Within Me, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Okay, guys. They are calling for the white sage. So there is some clearing or some cleansing that needs to happen. Maybe you guys have been doing that as far as like yourself energetically, spiritual cleaning, physical cleaning, also energetically cleaning. Okay, so if you guys have any type of let's say you have dupa or you have white sage or let's say palo santo, something like that, you just want to, and I like to not wind things up, right? So I do both ways. I um I was given specific directions to not do signs or symbols, but spirals. And when we spiral, we don't spiral out. I guess sometimes we do, right? No, don't do it. Um, we spiral up and down, right? It's more of a, it's not linear the way that we see. So, dear universe, source, creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, ancient deities, animal and elemental spirits and fays, ascended masters, archangels, and galactic federation of love and light. We thank you for your protection, for your guidance, for your clear, concise, and precise messages, for the highest and best outcome for all of those involved, all of the collective and the highest timelines possible. We thank thee for all of your protection, your blessings, and your guidance. We ask that any and all monitoring spirit beings, entities, handling anything like this, anybody that mentions any ill will, get sent back to wherever they belong. The energy gets returned to sender. Okay. And in the process, any ill will or anything that's spoken upon us shall be turned to abundance, to love, to health, to wealth, to everything else. Hello, everybody. So, yeah, so for some of you, so mote it be. For many of you, there may be some type of cleansing that needs to happen. Maybe when you're coming back into this love connection or something like this, there is a cleansing. You guys may want to do, um, what do you call it? You may want to do some type of cleansing. Some of you guys may want to do some type of ceremonial cleansing. Okay. There is some type because it's more energetic cleansing. Okay, yeah, physical and spiritual. Like you may be cleaning your space. Many of you guys may be moving or going somewhere. Um, mm, Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Let me make sure. Um, some of you guys may be going somewhere. You may be clearing some type of spell work or something energetically because the magician is the first card that popped up. I haven't used this deck in quite some time, so um, just make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, you can hear me good. Okay, sorry. Again, just gotta double triple check these. They were fucking with my feed today. You know how they are. If you're new here, um, yeah, like, subscribe, share. If you haven't, look at that. I just shuffled it 3 or 4 times, and the magician came back again. So you may be doing some type of cleansing, like it may be on a higher energetic level. Like you may need to go to like out here, right? I don't. Where is everybody from? Where are you guys from? What country are you guys in? So I'm in Indonesia, right? I live in Bali, Indonesia, and we have what's called out here. We have priests that are called mangku. That's what we call them, and so like this is what they're showing me. They're showing me like the spiritual cleansing. Out here we do something called a malakut, and it's a very specific cleansing ceremony, and they do like this special like flower water, holy water. They do the blessing, they do the cleansing, then they do like the kalapa, which is a coconut, and they have like a whole process that they do. And the bells and the mantra, like they do like all the little hand things and the bells and the cleansing, like it's super cool. But that's what I'm kind of picking up on. Okay. Somebody may have some type of third party or entity or something like this, some type of attachment, or you may have had some type of attachment, or you may just have some leftover residual energy from some type of third party. Um, okay, so it may not be the whoever, it may not be collective's physical energy, but it may be energy that's just still kind of lingering. I'm hearing the song from the Cranberries, you guys, where she's like, "Do you have to? Do you have? Do you have to let it linger?" It's like it's like there's something energetically that's still kind of attached. And so, yeah, so maybe that's why the cleansing or clearing, okay? And this is something that needs to be done. Like I would say, you guys, what I'm picking up is do like a four elemental cleanse, is what they're telling me. Okay, let's learn what this is together. Okay. So what they're saying is the four elemental cleanse is like okay, so like this, how we light the sage on fire, right? It's like fire, or maybe you're gonna light a fire or do something with the fire. Hold on, but it's like the smoke. The smoke is used as the air element, okay? And then the water, so that's what they're showing me the malachite. The malachite is a water, like a water cleansing. So yeah, maybe you need to go like, and if you don't have this, like you can make shift, right? You can go where you are to an ocean or a lake or a river, right? And imagine it cleansing yourself, okay? Somewhere that's like a little bit sacred, which is like embodied in nature or something like this. So the air element would be smoke. The best way to do that is if you take like a wing or some type of feather or something like this, and you can have someone do a Palo Santo, like a cleanse from head to toe, all your arms, your body, under your feet, the back side, the front side, the head. And you can do like an energetic cleanse like that. That would be the air. And then the water would be some type of like washing or rinsing and this. And then the fire is would be more like um, releasing or commanding a cleanse. Maybe you're writing it and then you're burning it or something like this, or you're burning something potentially like a candle. Maybe you put an intention or something like this and you burn the candle, or you write it on the candle and you burn the candle until the candle goes away. And then the earth is, so what's the earth, guys? Plant. Okay, for some of you guys, it might be grounding in the earth. It might be like communing with the earth. Maybe you go on a hike or whatever, where you set some intention, or maybe you are. They're showing me burying something, but that doesn't make any sense. Oh, like planting. So maybe planting something. Maybe planting like an herb or a flower or whatever. Like whether it's or a tree, fuck that, plant a tree, bro. Like, and so this is what they're showing me. So so not all cleanses and not all spiritual practices are unattainable, right? Like you don't have to have like a high level um, spiritual practitioner or witch or somebody that's doing it. Now, if you do, for instance, have a priest or what we call the monk or something like this, then of course, if you have that accessible to you and you want to do that, then yes, go for it. But if you don't, what they were just channeling me to explain to you is there's other ways you can work with the smoke as the air, a natural element going into the water and washing, preferably you're immersing yourself in the water, but if you're somewhere where it's cold, or I don't really know, but they're showing me like splashing it, doing out here we do it in three. So we drink the holy water like 3 times, and then we wash the face. So it's like up first, it's back, then it's down, then it's like all over or something like it's a whole nother thing. I can't channel into that. They're being very specific right now. So But for some of you guys, yeah, you may, if you're doing it, just envision the water as a cleansing, as a bright light, as a cleansing element. Hello. And yeah, this is something. So you guys are like, you're literally just preparing yourselves, collective. It's like this love. You guys may have been working on it for a while. You may have been working on yourself for a while. Um, for some people, they are working on maybe getting rid of a third party. Okay, whether that's like being too connected. Like a third party doesn't always have to mean a like an intimate or sexual relationship. Okay, a third party can also be, it's anything that's disrupting the two, the bond between the two. Okay, so the third party can also be, for instance, like someone's a family, or someone's best friend, or someone's fucking mother, or it can be an addiction, it can be work, it can be video games, whatever. It's something. It's a third entity that is disrupting, causing friction or space between the two. Okay, so um, somebody's been working on getting that together, apparently. So, um, um, you are new. Star Lover Cat, meow meow. Hey meow. My channel is about, I do channeling, and that's what I do. The tarot is more of a visual ante for people, but I also love to work with it because obviously, as a creator and an artist, um, you know, I love this. Look at this art. Look at how beautiful this is. This particular deck is the Robin Wood Tarot. This is an old vintage deck I got from the Philosophical Research Institute. And the twin flames and the lover, um, love this deck. They love this deck. They love this deck. Thank you. You love my hair. It's a little crazy today because I took a nice nap and I've been sleeping super curly. I think it's time for new. I'm not sure. Like people are like, I love the pink, but I'm really not sure that I'm super about it, you guys. What's another, what's a good color, you guys think? I do lots of different colors. If you look in the, what's it called? In the message box below, in the description box below, they really don't want me to get distracted from this. If you look in the description box below, there's links to my Instagrams. You can see I did like lots of different colors. But if you guys have any suggestions, navy blue. Oh my God, that's so fucking crazy. I was actually thinking about that earlier today because like I've done a lot of aquas and blues for a long time and greens. And I went and looked because I have like all these different dyes. And I was like, wow, I actually have like a lot of this. Did you see the light? Did you guys see that? I have a lot of this like dark, dark blue. And that's why I was thinking it might be kind of cool to do almost like a, what do you call it? Like a light, like a light to dark or dark to light or something like this. My hair actually, it's like kind of, it's super frizzy right now because it's been raining. But when my hair is really curly, like the blues look epic because it looks like ocean and waves crashing and stuff. So it's actually, uh, Lover Cat, meow meow. It's actually, it's the blues are actually really great, like like dark purples and blues. It's just the purples doesn't stay so long, but I love them. They're super amazing. But yeah, I love these darker colors. But I was like, should I do something dark because we're going into summer? I'm not sure. Um, it's hair. It's fun. So, um, somebody has been working at gaining better self control, okay, and learning how to walk away or learning how to say no to certain people, okay. It's like really honing in their energy, okay. They're really honing in their energy, and maybe also because they realize that they've worked a lot and they've created a lot, and like many of them are walking away from a lot of people. This could be other people and situations, right? Cups are people that are creating some type of emotions, right? Cups are like emotions, souls, loves, something like this. So it's like this person is walking on, he's walking away, and look at this, new moon to full moon. There's something about the lunations, the lunar phases, okay, which is really interesting, actually. Okay, really interesting, actually, because this looks like a blue moon, you guys. And what's interesting is when this month started on May 1st, on May Day, right? Um, which is like the maypole is like Beltane and whatever, right? The beginning. And it's like first, that was the first full moon in this month, right? And we just had, like a day or two ago, we just had the new moon, which is in Taurus. So it was in Scorpio. And then it's in Taurus. So we're at the opposite ends. And it's, now we're going to have a blue moon. Oh, I wonder what it's in. Shit, I don't even know. I feel like we have to look it up. Hold on. I gotta really go. I don't use it very often because it's my friend's, but every time I try to take it back to her, she's never in this fucking country or at her house, which is funny because she's like me and rarely leaves her place. But this is really dope. This is really dope. If you guys are into this, is like it takes a lot of work to give to me to figure out how to read it. But the Moon Oracle. This is a really cool. The art in here is really cool. I'm not gonna break it out and show you guys, or maybe I will. I'm not really sure. But what I actually want to do is look up. There's all these moon tables in the back, and I want to see there's something significant about. We need to know what sign this new moon, this blue moon is in, because like, bro, like, tell me that's not a blue moon. And she was like, blue hair. Um, cool, nice to meet you. Perfect. Okay, so 2019. So let's see what sign this blue moon falls in, because I feel like we really need to know this. So 2026, where it will be May. May, we're in May, right? So it will be May, March, April, May. We're in May. This is the full moon is on the 31st. I thought it was on the 21st. But maybe that's just what somebody put on here before. I guess it would have to be the 31st, right? Because it's going to be the full moon would be 2 weeks, right? After the new moon. So if the new moon was on the 16th, then yeah, the 31st, that checks out. So 8:45 GMT, it will be in Sagittarius. Okay, so in fire. Okay. So anyways, this is super cool. It's got all these different charts. And it we'll maybe get into it another day. But maybe we'll get into it for the blue moon, because it's really fucking cool the way it's broken down. And the artwork is really amazing too. Okay, so for some of you guys, you could be walking away from somebody could be walking away from a passionate connection, okay, with this being in Sagittarius. They could be walking towards a passionate connection. You could also be walking away from a Sagittarius, potentially, or a fire sign, because the moon is in the fire. Tell us why that's important. Leo, okay, it could be a Leo because fire sign. Okay. It could also just be someone that you're walking to, right? The fire energy is really about like, so the Sagittarius is the archer, right? Half man, half horse, and he's the archer. And um, he's like shooting, he's aiming the arrow. So um, what it would be, what they're kind of showing me is that um, okay, I have to tell you this saying. So I used to work in this boatyard, and this guy told me this fucking saying that this owner of the boatyard told me this saying. Caleb, shout out, what up, Santa Catalina Island. where I used to live. He told me, he goes, you can shoot an arrow without a target and it's going to hit every time. But like, where is it going and where is it going to land? Like, if you don't have a target or a goal, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have, it's like sometimes we don't always have to know like all of the steps that it takes, all of the physical steps or words or actions, everything that comes into play, right? Sometimes we don't need to know all of that. Like in manifesting, right? In manifesting people and things and different stuff like this, like I've manifested all kinds of fucking stuff, like performing arts and event centers, boats, fucking lovers, like traveling around the world, all kinds of things, all kinds of things. And the way that it works is kind of in a sense of knowing, right? And that's kind of what they're showing me. It's the same scenario with this love. Hello. Bye, Starcat. Hello. This is Dinzy. Hey, Cole. Hey, Heidi. Oh, thank you. I made a joke earlier today, Cole, because when I fucking came on and did the thing earlier, I was like, hey, when Cole tunes into this, he knows I'm not wearing my grandma shirt today, okay? Okay, I put on some makeup and I'm not wearing my grandma shirt. So anyways, look at this. Look at this green. It kind of looks like a fish, right? Anyways, so this is what they're telling me, right? Is it's like in order, so before you receive something, before this manifestation hits, before this lover or before this person enters, right? And this is somebody. This love is new. This love is new. Okay, but this person definitively knows what they want. Okay, now it doesn't have to be an air sign. It can be, but this is someone that knows what they want. Okay, and they're like, I know what I want. Like, they want to figure out. They have something for you. They have something for you. They may want to speak to you. They want to speak to you physically, see you or speak to you or meet up with you physically. That's what it is. Okay. They want to speak to you about something. They want to speak to you about something specific. Okay. I don't know why we're going to go down this pathway, you guys, but we'll go down this pathway. They want to speak to you about people that maybe tried to unalive you, people that were against you, people that were attacking you, all these other things, right? They want to talk to you about this. This could have to do with a mother figure. Okay. Do with past lover. Okay. King of Wands in reverse or some type of like Jezebel energy. Okay. Um, this is someone using it's like passion or obsession, or maybe they don't have self control. So when it's the female in reverse of the Queen of Swords, it's very Jezebel energy, right? Because when she's upright, she's in her full sexual feminine power and energy. Okay, when she's upside down, she's Jezebel because she's using that sexual energy not in the way a queen should. Okay. So the king, it's the same, right? He is this powerful force, this energy, something like this. But when he's upside down, it means either there's not passion or there's not attraction, or this person is having, they could be like, they could have a sex addiction. Okay. They could have some type of succubus. I'm picking up like succubus, incubus energy. Okay. This person has some type of addiction, but most likely some type of physical sexual addiction, something like this. There could be some weird stuff with this person and their mother as well. Okay. I'm gonna fucking light some more sage. Hold on, guys. Some weird energy. We don't want to go there. We just want to know about the love. I mean, we want to know about it all, right? We know about it all. Fuck it. Like that's one of the reasons why I started playing with tarot. Like, I mean, not the only reason, but is a Scorpio, right? With a Gemini rising. Like, I like to investigate some shit. Like, I like to know. I need answers. Like I need clues, I need answers. So let's clear this energy. And that's why I started playing with it. It's not why I started playing with tarot, but that's how I started playing more and more with the cards and becoming more familiar with the cards. And just learning more about them is because I was like, ooh, but then what did this person do? Who is this person? What are they doing? What? No. And I love it. Like for me, I love it. It's some Scorpio shit. But so let's clear this energy. Okay. So this person wants to come in and tell you, yeah, they want to tell you that these other people have been plotting against you for quite some time, and they've actually been over here protecting you. Okay. They've been over here protecting you or doing something like this. Okay. Maybe they don't have a lot of, they could be waiting for something. They could be waiting for a payout or something like that. They may not have a lot of financial stability. Okay. So, wrong word. Uh, yeah, no, that's the right word they're telling me. So it's not like, okay, so, but what they're showing me is something different. So it's like maybe they're not they don't have financial stability, so maybe that's like not their wheelhouse, right? They're not good in that department, but it doesn't mean that they're shit, right? It's like they have investments or like assets or like IRAs, or you know what I'm saying? Like they or land or property or different things that are going on, right? They got their hands in a bunch of things. So it's like it's not that um it's not that they don't have money, it's that they're waiting for something. And so they wanted to offer you something different, but now they're just like, they just need to see you. They just need to see you. They've been defending you, though. This person's been defending you or some people have been defending you. Okay, so this isn't just this person. This has come up now in 3 or 4 reads, you guys. So this is a reality for whoever's in the collective that this is for. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Okay. So you have people defending you, and you're going to be victorious in this legal battle or whatever's going on, right? Or this person defending you is going to be like the steadfast knight, right? The white knight that comes riding in and is like, "Milady, could you be me wifey?" Like that. And like this happiness, like he's super happy, right? And he's like defending this. Now, for some of you guys, this can also mean that this person was defending you. This can also be like there is some type of righteous law official. I was picking up on this earlier, like paralegal or attorney, or somebody that's in law or something like this that is actually like defending you, collective. And they win a lot. They're super victorious a lot, especially when it comes to their cases or the law or something like this. And they're about to fucking cash out. You're about to cash out. Whatever this is going on. Um, but this person, I was also picking up on something before. Yeah, somebody's like verbally, mentally, physically, emotionally trapped. I was picking up on an NDA before. Okay, so there is some type of non-disclosure agreement. Um, Somewhere along the lines, and what's going on with that is like it's like having to sign a form or an NDA or a waiver or something to be able to talk to somebody or to be able to do something. And I was trying to pick up like which party it's from, like what the issue actually is, right? And I'm not actually sure because I'm kind of picking it up from both directions. So let's say, for instance, let's say, yeah, but this person wants to commit, but this is some type of higher, okay. So there is some type of a law or higher authority or religious authority or something like this, right? This is this can be like some type of cult or coven also, but like these law officials could be within. There could be somebody within these cults or covens. Not everybody is bad, right? Not everybody is bad, right? Like I study like occultism and esoterics and stuff like this, right? Like I got a lot of these decks from the Manly P. Hall Philosophical Research Library and Institute. Shout out if anybody lives in California or near Los Angeles, go there. It's in Los Feliz. It's fucking dope, but you got to check because they're not always open. But it's super amazing. Like he's got like the craziest library. Um, but anyways, not everybody is bad. Some people get into it and then they end up, I was talking about this earlier. They get into these things and they meet these other people that are into similar things and then they kind of like trick them. They trick them into some type of like rituals or something like this. And I was picking up on this earlier too, is people were doing weird spell work. They were doing love spells, um like root work, binding spells, root work spells, there's a lot of people, but not everybody that's doing the spell work is doing bad spells, right? Like I put out good spells that are prayer and protection and returning things and stuff like this, right? So there is some righteous people that are within this cult or covenant that are actually defending you, or maybe they're hiring people to defend you or whatever, right? Like it's all interconnected somehow. Okay? It's all interconnected. Also, your family is involved, or this person could be wanting to have a family with you. No. Your family was involved in starting lies, rumors, monitoring, spying. Somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching you to collect it. Who is this? Third party. Third party interference. Okay. But who is this third party? Somebody from your family. It's got to be, right? Like, what? Somebody from your past. And if it's not directly somebody from your family, it's somebody, feminine energy, somebody that you consider family or like a family, or maybe they are always around with your family. This can be someone that's like a sister, or very close. This can be somebody that you've known since you were very young or small, since a young age. Um, and they've been like watching or spying on you and reporting back to your family. Something like this. Now, if any of you guys are actually like highly intuitive or tuned in, right? High priestess energy, um, you guys may be picking up on a lot of information. You may be picking up on higher level information, right? And things that you are thinking, okay? Like if you're like, oh, you're thinking it may be this one person, or you thought that this person did this one thing to you, or what is the deal with this person, okay? You're correct. You are correct. Who you think it is, or what you thought it was, or what you think it's going to be, or whatever, yes, these family members, your family, and these people are part of it, and they are involved, and they are part of it. You're correct. You know. For some of you guys, because you knew, you were able to remove yourself before they fucked you up. Or you went into hiding because all these people abandoned you. It's like I was saying this earlier. I don't have a fucking family. Like I have my cat. We're a happy family. Um, but yeah, like everybody else can get fucked. Yeah. Yeah, these people put you out. These people have been stealing from you since you were young. They were actually, okay, this is what's going on. They've had people watching you. Your family may not be your family. This came through earlier as well, guys. They can be people that lied or took you, or paid to watch you or caretake from you, caretake for you, something like this, or some type of cult or coven saw who you were collective, and they've been siphoning off of your energy since you were a child. They just want to cause all these heartbreaks. They could have been part of the problem with a lot of your relationships or situations, like maybe um, they want to create this chaos. They want to hurt you. They want to hurt you. They want to try you out. They want to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. But these people stole something that belonged to you. Now, in the reading I was talking about earlier, they're showing me all these different signs. I mean, they show me all these different, so different guides. So just so you guys understand the channeling, the channeling aspect of it. So different guides have different ways to convey truths. Okay, the lovers, you guys, someone is coming and to union. So there's different ways that they convey. Some are conveying by feeling or emotion, like sensory. Some is like, so I'm like a Heyoka type empath, right? So if you've heard of clairsentience, clairaudience, like I have all the clairs, I have all the abilities. Even got a good friend named Claire. And because of that, I receive downloads. Many people only receive, they hear, they are like auditorial or visual, or they feel it, or they sense it, or something like this. So I have access to all of them. And because I have a whole team of guides, the way that they all show me is different. So, but I do have one that's super funny, or maybe they're just like, maybe they're a little autistic or something. I'm not really sure. Neurospicy, or they just like their sense of humor is funny. But they show me all types of movie clips, like little tidbits of like movies or shows or something like this, you know. Um, so some I get very specific signs, signals, colors, feelings, emotional state. Some of them laugh a lot. Sorry, I'm sitting on my fucking pillow that always knocks me off. Um, but yeah, all of them have a different way of conveying the actual message, right? So, anyways, the way that they were showing me was all these movies, and they were showing me basically like that maybe somebody like didn't like the child, somebody ditched somebody as a child, somebody was stolen as a child, someone was left like they were like heirs to a throne or a palace or something like this. Um, there was a lot. So I did a reading earlier today. If you guys are interested in any of that, go check out the last one that I did today. Um, but yeah, it was showing me all these different movies, and I went through and talked about the different movies, about how the child and they were treated like this, and how, like in Sleeping Beauty, like the three witches took him to the fucking took her to the Muggle world, so no spells, now everything else could become on them, but also that there was some type of spell work that was done, and yeah, so they're trying to keep, it's like they've been trying to keep collective hidden or quiet, like they want to keep them out of the spotlight because they're siphoning that energy. That's how they're like succubus, like incubi, right? Like they're literally siphoning that life force energy out of you. Whether, before they were doing it via like a sexual demon or something like this, like a demonic, like incubus or succubus type energy. And so they were doing it like that maybe before, whoever you were connected to before, and that's why they just want you to finish doing the cleanse before the new lover comes into play. But yeah, they were so there's different ways where they can siphon energy, um kind of without your consent, right? Like the same of what's going on in the world, right? So like if they keep you in a state of fear, of scarcity, of lack, right? All of these things, like the fear is one type of thing that they can suck off of, right? Just like what was I talking about before? Like that movie Monsters Inc., right? That's exactly what they're doing, right? They're scaring the children and then sucking the energy, right? It's the same thing that the deletes are doing with us, right? They keep us in this fear, scared, because that creates more, it creates the adrenochrome that they. So, anyways, yeah, fucking next level, right, guys? So, anyways, they like to use sex magic right? So if they can create fucking chaos or distractions, right? Like after I took care of some stuff and then I was like doing a little bit of healing, I was like, fuck, I took like a full week and was just resting, taking care of myself because I was like, this is what they want to do. They want to keep you stressed and lack and fear. And then they can start using that chaos magic and they can be siphoning your energy when you're in that state. And when you're in that state, you don't have the capacity because your nervous system, right, isn't kicked down. You don't actually have the capacity to tune in and to channel, to really feel your intuition because there's too much exterior fucking input. And that's why today they love to what do you call it? They like this like fucking doom scrolling and all this stuff, right? They love to take away people's attention spans. And that's why people are like, just make like really short videos. And I'm like, bitch, if you don't have an attention span of an hour, like don't pretend like anybody who pretends like they don't spend like a few hours like listening, watching a show, watching a movie, getting input or learning something like every day on a device is fucking dumb. And if you don't have the ability, like a podcast is a fucking hour or 2 hours, like I'm just like a live podcast. So, I'm not just somebody talking shit like secretly, like I'll do it straight to your face. Oh, because that's magic. But that's what they were trying to do. And so what happened is a collective stopped letting them do this. So something that you guys need to know, collective, is there will be a lot of people trying to reach out. They're going to try to put, if they haven't already. So, right, like they try to bring in like past lovers, old this, old that. They want to do anything they can to reconnect. They want to have other people call you and have you try to call them or check on them, because they're trying to stay attached to you, to your energy. They may try to just start contacting you or show up somewhere, like people that you haven't talked to or seen in a really long time. And they're just trying to hop in. Okay. Again, there may be somebody or something that just pops in, right, and is trying to do this real quick, fuck boy, fuck girl, real quick in and out. And I don't mean like the hamburger. I mean like they want to do this. They want to try to give you something, a couple somethings. They want to give it to you, but it's not just that. They want to give it to you. It's like they may have some type of sickness or disease or ailment, or they're passing on some type of sexually transmitted demon or something like this. Okay. Can be a disease, can be a demon. I'm not exactly sure, but they want to, it's more than one thing they're trying to give to collective. Okay. And then they're gonna take off. They're gonna come in and be like, blah 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 blah. Oh my God, so much love, so much passion, and they're just gonna fuck boy, fuck girl, do something. They're fucking wham bam, thank you, man. They're in, they're out of here. Okay, and they want to do that to cause heartache, to cause distraction, to cause any of this, because when they get you in this lower frequency of upset, of chaos, of fighting, of fear, of anger, of resentment, of any of these things, when they get you in those states, right, then they start collecting that energy. They can siphon that energy. It's the way that they're showing me is like it's like the fucking like the crab in the bucket theory, right? When it's like one crab almost makes it out, then the rest start fucking pulling it down because they're just like, ah. It's like that's what's happening. It's like they're siphoning your energy. They're trying to keep you pulled down in this lower frequency so you can't actually manifest or be on the level for this thing, because this actual new lover, this person, like who is this person? Like this is your wish, collective. This is your actual, this is someone that you're actually is actually your resonant frequency. This is someone that was actually created for you. Like this is real shit. I don't know why, but yeah, you guys, I'm gonna make this up. This is someone that is going to understand. They're gonna want to learn with you. They're gonna want to grow with you. You guys could be doing some type of somebody could do some type of like apothecary or like shamanism, some type of healing medicine work, like or kundalini. Yeah, somebody maybe having a Kundalini awakening, already had, or they're coming towards you to make that happen. So know that somebody does want to come and take you somewhere else. Okay, they want to take you this person. This person They'll take you there. They want to take you somewhere and they want to give you everything that you want. I'll give it to you, whatever you want. And they're coming quickly. Okay, this is a substantial physical offering. Okay, so whether they're offering their love or an apology or something physical to you, okay, they can be bringing you a vehicle or taking you somewhere. Okay, a car, a horse, a chariot, a carriage, a bike, a motorcycle, a boat, um, something like this, a limo, maybe. I don't know, like. I'm hearing a lot of things. Calm down, guys, please. They could also just be taking you somewhere. Okay. They could physically want to go where they just want to be with you. What is this judgment? Okay, good. So earlier they were super afraid of the judgment, and this is like the Phoenix, right? She looks pretty like fuck yeah. Yeah, yeah. So they were afraid the judgment might end in heartbreak, but I don't think that that's what's going to happen. I think when this person actually shows up in the physical, collective's gonna make a this isn't gonna be a queen of swords. Look at this queen of swords. She looks like super nice, right? She doesn't look like most of them, like pissed off, like she's gonna chop your head off. But she has made a decision. She is making the decision, right? Or she has made a decision because the sword is up, right? So she knows what she wants. She knows what she wants. And here it looks like her hand is open. So what it shows me is she wants to offer the hand. She wants to see where it goes, maybe, or something like this. I don't know. Close it. There we go. See, it's like the finger. It's like, come, come with me. um, Tell us about this Queen of Swords. You guys are gonna go on a new journey together somewhere. Two of Wands is the bottom of the deck. You may be moving or traveling somewhere together, but you may be traveling to move. They may be in a different location than you. Okay. Um, okay. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to hurt you, and they want you to know, they want you to feel safe. Okay. So when I see these, because I don't know why they want to be upside down, but they do. So I'm going to go with it. So what I see here is normally right side up. This is heartbreak, heartache. This is like betrayal, right? And this is abandonment. Okay. So with these upside down, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to kind of figure out what this means. It's that this person, okay, this new person will never betray you. They're never going to betray you, okay? And they will they want to this could be something that you guys are healing together as well, because I got this before. Yeah, okay, that's what's going on. Yeah. You guys maybe both have this abandonment wound, and they want to make sure when they come in that they want to let you know, like, they will never betray, they will never abandon you. Like, this is like the ride or die, right? The ride or ride, the ride or live um, type person. This can be somebody physically younger than you. They don't have to be. Or at least it looks like the female is a girl, right? Yeah, maybe, we don't know. It looks like younger. Someone could have a daughter potentially. Someone could have a daughter. What is this? What is this? Tell me, tell me. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is actually like there may be somebody else, okay? There may be somebody else that keeps trying to offer or be with them physically or be with you physically or something like this, but it's not an option. It's like non-optional. Give me another card for this. What is this? Page of Pentacles. Yeah. The Fool in reverse. So this person. Oh, okay. Now I see what's going on. They had the ability to physically maybe interact with you before, and maybe they did a little bit, but it was not enough. Okay. And they feel fucking dumb for it. They feel bad, like they didn't take the opportunity. Yeah, they didn't take the physical opportunity when it was there in front of you, when they're in front of you, when they were there in front of you, or when they saw you, or whatever. Maybe you saw them, maybe you didn't see them, but they didn't say anything, right? For me, I'm like, okay, I'm in so many different realms. Like, I never know. Like, I try to do that for a while. I just go up to everybody and be like, do I know you? I feel like I know you. And then people be like, yeah. And people be like, fucking get away from me, weird chick. And I'm just like, oh, like I sense people through many different lifetimes. So it may be that I do know them, but like I'm picking up on their solar energetic trace, right? So I don't actually know. So for me, and you guys maybe, somebody sees you physically, if they saw you physically and they then especially if it's a man, like the man needs to actually approach the woman 100%. Like they just walk up and approach the woman, like ask for a hug, say the truth, say hello. Someone is yeah, okay, so someone's going to apologize for that, or they're going to tell you the reason why, the truth. Okay, they were there's something that they were hiding. Okay, there's something that they were keeping a secret, that they were being kind of shady or skeezy, or they feel like they're shady or skeezy or low life about it because there's something that they lied about, something that they kept secret, and it's like really eating at them. It's like they're super depressed. Someone's depressed. They're depressed over this because they okay, now I understand. Now I get that. I want you to know. Man. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I picked up on earlier. Those kind of that's like the MASH theme song. Okay, here we go. So now we're back. Okay, so everybody's gone, but at least I can finish what I have to say. So what happened is this person. Okay, welcome back. If you're new here, they do this. They don't like when I start to give information. They cut my channel a lot. They fucking hackers. One of my favorite movies, by the way. I love that movie. That's a movie that I like. Fell in love with Angelina Jolie in. Oh my god. So, anyways, when they saw you, okay, when they physically saw you, they saw you somewhere and you were doing something. They saw you in public. They showed up somewhere where you were, but foolishly, they were sneaking or hiding. They could have been wearing some type of hat or coat or hood, or they were like observing, right? And because they didn't be there, that's why they feel foolish, and that's why they feel like skeezy or shady, and that's why they're feeling a little bit sad, down, or depressed, is because when they physically saw you, they didn't say anything. So how would you know? You guys, if you see somebody, you should approach them, especially especially if it's me, you guys. You should say something to me because new brain, I had traumatic brain injury, bro. Like I got hit and run over by a truck like in the face like 3 years ago. So if you don't come and say something to me, I probably don't notice because I'm just like do 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 do. It's a lot. I'm overload a lot. And people say this, but you look right at me like this. And I'm just like, but was I looking at you? Because the thing is, you guys, I channel, right? Like ever since I'm small, I've been seeing spirits and entities, dead people and whatever, right? So like sometimes they're like consistently like giving me information or downloads or whatever. And so I'm like, huh, no way. Like, and I may look like I'm like here, but I may be like seeing things or getting downloads in another dimension, another dimension. Um, Someone could have been trying to send you messages, trying to call, contact, message. They're trying to do this in many different ways, maybe. What is this about? They want to heal something. What is this 8? Oh, they feel like they missed their opportunity. And they're pissed because they know they could have taken it. They're sitting there, look at his look on his face with himself. It's like he's disappointed himself. It's like he his feelings were hurt or something happened, and it's like he literally looked the other way at this cup of love. Someone was jealous. Someone could have saw you with somebody else or something like this is kind of what I'm picking up on. But the thing is if this person is your person, then you should go the fuck up and say, that's my fucking person. Who the fuck are you? Ah, swoop, swoop, motherfucker, swoop. If you know that's your person and someone else is dancing with your person, you go step the fuck in, fool. Like, what? Because a woman doesn't do that. Divine feminine doesn't do that. Feminine not chase, they attract, they create, they gestate, they wait. Um, for some of you guys, this person could have actually planned some type of proposal, and because of whatever, because they saw something that they didn't like or whatever, or someone told them something, uh, it didn't go through, and it's like it was nightmarish. They can't stop thinking about it. They can't stop thinking about you. For some of you guys, this person could have come in and been like, um, they want to be like your. This is hilarious. They want to be like your hero. I can be your hero, baby. Something like this, okay? It's like these people, right? These people are stalking, spying, hacking, spreading rumors, doing all this weird shit, right? All this. Talking shit, watching shit, stalking shit, doing all this stuff. And this guy is like, haha, I won the game. I'm gonna take all your swords. And he's over here like, fuck yeah, I got you all. But now he's standing there by himself with all these swords and no one to play the game with anymore. Um, a game could have been very significant. Okay, some type of game. Tell me more about the game. What is the game? This is where the NDA comes in. The fuck? Are you fucking serious? Okay. So I can't share with you guys the King of Cups style. I can know all the deep, darkest stuff. I ain't gonna share it. They won't let me share it. So these people were foolishly playing some type of game. I'm gonna give you that cliff notes because we ain't gonna leave it. We ain't hanging here. Fuck that. Um, yeah. This is like what I was talking about in the beginning, right? Where it's like you agree You agree to do something and you're in with this crew or whatever. Okay, this could have been a cult or a coven or something like this. And they thought that they were a cool kids crew and they thought that they were your friend, that they were friends, and they told some information about you. Okay. Don't share people's fucking real names or birthdays with other fucking people ever. That is breaking magical law. You don't do that. Don't share people's IDs, identities, or anything like this. I know this is some dumb shit my dipshit ass ex would do. It's like share my fucking ID and passport and my fucking all my birthday like, bro, don't do that. Somebody did that. Somebody talked too much. Somebody ran their mouth too fucking much. Somebody that never shares their feelings all of a sudden opened up and shared their feelings, but to the wrong people. And they've been haunting and stalking because what collective, okay, what this masculine didn't realize is like them in collective, they're very high spiritual ranking. And their union, okay, we're going to try this again. So this cult or coven knew that this person was in love with you. He maybe expressed that to the wrong people, even though he never expressed it to other people. He kept it whatever. Or check it out, he became friends with all of them to see what they all had to say, and he may have been playing both sides of the fence, something like this. But this cult, this coven, this okay, they're using a religious front. Okay, they're using Jesus or a religious front. Okay, um, and why do I say it's a cult or a coven? Okay, they've been attacking you since you were very young. Okay, this is also somebody in the family. Okay, this is a family card. This is knowing somebody. This is past life, past history. They have been doing this for an extended amount of time. Where am I picking up the definite cult or coven? Oh, let's see. The Hermit, hidden higher authority. Since you were small, or for lifetimes. Okay. And this person didn't realize because they shared information that they or these people know. Okay, yeah, these they know. Okay, this cult or coven knows. They know who collective is. They are the ones that try to keep them down or try to keep them a secret so they can keep harvesting their cups to come in. Yeah, their stability. Okay, again, mother energy doesn't have to be your mother. This is an older feminine energy, but this is somebody, it can be an earth sign. But this is somebody that is tending to the money or the stability at May, right? Yeah. They've been keeping you in this closed loop. They've been keeping you trapped. And that's how they've been siphoning. You have broken some type of spell or hex, collective. You have broken some type of spell or hex that they have kept you in because you chose to fucking walk away from all of this shit. And you became a higher level magician. You actually figured out how to balance perfectly masculine and feminine. And now you fucking outrank them. Now collective actually spiritually outranks them. And every fucking tower, every spell, everything that they throw at you doesn't doesn't catch collective. Collective's over here like, I'm gonna cash in. And they're over there like tower after tower after tower. Everything that they send to you is coming back to them. Like with a vengeance. Die hard with a vengeance. So again, I was talking about this earlier. So they could have been wishing for collective to have a heart attack, to have a stroke, to go crazy, to have an aneurysm, to have migraines, to strangle them, to be poisoned, to be all these weird fucking things. And in those process, those are all that energy has to go back. Okay. Energy never dies, right? Energy never dies. It can be transmuted or transferred. For it to dissipate or to be removed, this takes like heavy energetic work, but it has to go somewhere. It can't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, imagine this is energy. I'm energy. I'm floating around. I'm happy energy. And then it comes near you and you're like, oh, I'm happy. I don't know why. Because all these other people around you are happy and you feel good because their energy is good. Now there's someone that has like shit energy and they come in and you're like, why do I feel like, hello, are you there? Is anyone looking for? Anyways, guys, let me make sure you can hear me. So there is a real love connection. I hear so many songs. So I have different guides, like I was telling you before, and they send different things, and I'm just hearing all these like old like love songs. Like I'm hearing like Love Shack, baby, Love Shack, right? Um, and I just keep hearing like they've been like all week. It's just been nonstop, like, and I'm like, what is this? Like musical ADHD? But it kind of is like when they're channeling that, it's like this song and then that song and this song, and then I'm like, what? So sometimes they move through fast, and there's like I have to go back and like listen to the song or like read through all the lyrics of the songs to figure out like what they're actually. If they're, of course, I'm Scorpio. I like need to look into everything, right? That's what we do. Come on now. We like to go there. We like to know. They like to know. Yeah. They can't affect this union. They have relentlessly, nonstop tried to do it, right? They have tried to wear collective out, masculine and feminine. They have tried to wounded warrior them, or they maybe have in a lot of ways, but collective, you are like, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. Like, that's not an option. You're like, nah, nah. Being wounded, being down, taking, say, like, that's not an option. Okay. Somebody is like, that's not an option, bro. You know why? Because I'm working on manifesting my fortune. I'm working on changing my fate, right? I ain't going to be in this no longer in this abandoned or not stable or safe situation. And it may have taken a really long time. So this is somebody that could be working on this or themselves or whatever for a long time. But this is somebody that you have physically known for a long, long time. This is the steadfast knife. What is this? May have taken this person a long time to want to commit to make a commitment, or they could have been hiding some type of secret. They could have already been married to somebody. They could have already been married or in a relationship. There is something that there is something still hidden, something that they're still hiding from you. And this could be what it is. They could want to, they could want to secretly, am I going to ruin it if I say it? Come on. It's my job. I tell people. My job to tell people. Can I please? Universe, ancestors, can I be telling these people what's going on? Okay. So someone, this magical little magician, this wizard man, dear, darling dear, they may want to propose to you, secret proposal or surprise proposal, or maybe just like they may want to elope or something like that. Like they want to do something on the blue moon. When this new moon goes into the full full moon and this blue moon. That's the 31st. I thought that was the 21st. That's the 31st. That's a long time from now. They had to get rid of some type of third party. Okay. They, like I said, they may have been or having some type of um rebirthing, or somebody could have actually passed. Somebody could have died. There could have been some type of freak accident. And this person died? Or what happened? What is this death in reverse? Birth? Like when I see death in reverse, it for me it's just kind of like they attempted something and it didn't work out, or it's kind of like a rebirth, right? Roses. This is the third time I've seen a white rose today. So roses or white roses could be specific. Butterflies could be specific. So some type of like evolution or something like this. Okay. Somebody could have actually gotten in a bad accident. For some may be getting in an accident. Someone could have gotten into an accident. I don't know who this is. I'm not feeling. I picked up on this a couple times. Somebody could have been attempting to come to collective to off them with the pretense of love, and they didn't make it. Not only did they not make it, because they were coming from a different part of the world, not only did they not make it, but they may have gotten in some type of accident on the way. Is that real? Yeah. And this is a fucking nightmare. Yeah. It's like an absolute fucking nightmare. What is this? Who is this? Yeah. They were in an accident. This happened when they were coming to you. Or, ooh. Whew. Okay. Hold on to your hats and glasses, kids, because this here is the wildest ride in the wilderness. Woo! Woo! Someone could have been angry or jealous or in a rage, or they could have been paid to do something, or in some point in time, they actually hoped that you died, or they could have said something like this, that something happened to collective and that they because they turned them down, or because something uh, they wanted collective to get in an accident. Okay. And collective may have gotten in that accident when collective was going to or from to meet this person. And now this person is a little bit freaked out because they're afraid that that's going to happen to them. They may be getting in an accident and they're scared. They may be scared to travel. They may be scared to get in some type of vehicle or plane or train, or I don't know what this is. Someone's scared. Someone's like freaking out about it too. Can you explain more to me, please? What is this? These are these people from this organization. They're trying to keep. Okay. So this is a very specific message. This is this specific. Okay. This cult or coven. Okay. You may have taken them down. Okay. You may have brought some light. Like this, like the whole world's about to know. If they don't already know, the whole world's about to know about whoever these people are and what they've done. Okay, number one. Number two, these people, this cult, this coven, the authority, something like this, um, they could have paid, or they could have been the ones that actually put the hit out. And now they're scared. They're scared as fuck because Collective didn't die. Collective is still here, victorious. Both the masculine and feminine. They are just victorious. They can't take them out. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They try to offer them this love. They try to offer them some other cup of love. Like again, I said this earlier. There can be somebody that you already know that was already a lover or already something like this, or somebody that you were interested in. And they brought them back. They're trying to bring them back to offer this cup of love. They thought they were going to be victorious at it. Okay, I would buy that. Okay, I saw so many, like I saw several of my exes and different things like this, and different, they try to bring in like lovers and stuff, and I was just like, okay, hi, we're friends, right? Love you, mean it. But like, no. So these people are freaking out because there has been more than one person, okay, uh, a lot of people, several people that have gotten in accidents. So what happens is when this person decided to could have agreed to something, okay? They could have agreed, like let's say they did some type of like threesome or orgy or something like this. They're now participating in that incubus or succubus or sexual demon that they're trying to pass around, which is what they're trying to pass around because that's how they leech on, like a leech, like a parasite or a leech. They're like sucking your life force, your soul energy out of you. They did this, and now they're fucking freaked because they got somebody to participate. Now this could have been your family that did this. This could have been an ex that did this. They could have got this masculine and this feminine. They got it. This is like old and new that's kind of mixed together. Okay, you're gonna know. You're gonna know your story. Okay. Um, they're freaking out because what happens is when there's a group collectively, let's say, and they're all fucking each other or doing whatever, and they're all doing it with this intent, right, to suck this energy, to suck this life force energy, and to for collective to die, for collective to end, for collective to get in this accident. And the thing is they didn't. This headmaster, whoever put this practitioner, whoever put the spell, whoever was in charge, whoever was like the big dog, whether this is a man or a woman, whoever was high level or high powered, they either they got arrested, they died, they OD'd, like some fucking they had the heart attack or something fucking slapped back real quick. There was a quick backfire, a big backfire. And it's because they were getting all these people, okay? Could have been 9 or more people, 79 people. Um, they were getting all these people to engage in these activities, especially like, and they were using it as sex magic to try to send the energy for collective to end, for collective to crash, for something to happen. Okay, it makes sense, right? Like they did so many fucked up things to my bike. That's why I'm just like, unless someone can come and fucking pick me up in a safe vehicle, like I'm not going very far, like I go here, I go there, I go down to the beach, like, but I don't go too fucking far, bro. Like, I'm not trying to do that, right? I'm not trying to be in a stuck position or break down or whatever. I'm not going to do that. So they're freaking out because all of these people, all of the people they involved, all of them, they're getting in those accidents. They're getting in those accidents. People are dying. People are getting hurt. Okay. Um, Somebody may end up like paraplegic. I'm picking up on this, like, or in a wheelchair, disabled, like that there is something yeah, it's because this is the work they chose to do this spell work, okay? They chose to do it. And the thing is when they're in the process of doing it, right? They didn't do it right. And the reason why they didn't do it right is because they were a novice. They were a novice learning how to do this skill or this trait or this work, and they didn't realize that there's going to be physical repercussions for this spell work. And these older people are like, yeah, yeah, do it. There's repercussions, and these people are physically paying for it. So why do they keep coming? Why is this all mixed up in these reads? Because it doesn't matter if I do like the collective read, it wants to go into that, and then the love read starts coming out, and then I sit here and do the love read, and then some other shit comes out. I mean, I guess maybe it's all just interwoven or whatever, something like this. I don't know. You want me to grab another deck or what? Collective, you have a fortune coming in. Quick, okay? You have people that fucking owe you. Or when this person comes in quickly, or this person he's gonna come in and say something, say or do something quick. Okay. Um, there is something that needs to be said or actions that need to happen from several people. Okay. It's like multiple people have been taking, like saying that your money or your wealth or whatever belongs to them, and that they um, like they're trying to get it before you, like they're trying to siphon your life force energy, your creative energy, your monetary energy, your love energy, all of it, right? And so they're basically at this space where they're like, okay, I they're literally trying to beat you to it, to get it before you do. How is that even possible? Because you guys have, this is your guys's like this is your guys's spiritual blessing, right? This is your spiritual inheritance. Like they can't, it's like they can't just take that from you. It's fucked up. They're trying to. They've already been taking it. They've been misering it while they're keeping collective in this fucking stuck loop of feeling not good enough or not valuable enough or poor or whatever. Like I said, they send me all these different movies, and they were showing me they were showing me um Sleeping Beauty, right? Like she goes and they're just like some fucking people in some like whatever in the woods. They can't use their magic or do whatever, and they're like kind of or they're like collecting whatever. Same with like the Cinderella story, right? Where she was left all this money and this man, okay? And then they were showing me also the snippet of Cruella de Vil, right? And so like the thing is from a baby or a child or a very young age, this it was like almost like they weren't, not that they weren't wanted. Yeah, they weren't wanted by the parents. They weren't wanted by the parents. Like that wasn't their actual parents. Either the parents gave them away or got rid of them or sent them away or whatever, something like this. I'm like, what is the reoccurring theme here? Um, yeah, them going away. Can't make this shit up. So these people could have actually, like I said, somebody may be meeting their real family. Yeah, yeah. And somebody needs you to know, okay, some of you guys may not get to meet the family, right? They may have already passed on. Like some of these people may have done that. They may have made sure that way you cannot communicate something like this. They're trying to prevent it. But these people didn't walk away from you. They did not. Whoever your actual family was, like they left you. They left you a fortune. They left you like plenty to be stability to where you wouldn't have to work again, ever. You could just fucking hang out and do whatever you do, your creative passions or your whatever it is. They did not leave you. They didn't. I mean, if they did, it was like some type of divine intervention, right? Like it was like they got in some freak accident or somebody killed them, or the society could have taken you, or could have offed your parents. Like I was telling you guys earlier, what was the other show? It was the other movie, Harry Potter, right? Like Harry Potter was like treated like shit. They kept him under a cabinet because they didn't like what he did, because he was more powerful, because he was more strong, because he was more intelligent. Same shit. Same shit. I was like thinking that, and they were showing me like the fucking Simpsons, like Lisa Simpson, and they're just like always like whatever. Um, you know, it's just like always keeping that one down. But yeah, they were showing me that, and yeah. So there is some type of legalities that are going down over this fortune, over this money, or this inheritance. Yeah. Stolen property or house. So whoever put you out on your ass collective, this could have been your family, your friends, your ex, this could have been all of them collectively in different times. They're losing their homes. Justice is served. They're going to lose everything they had. They're going to lose. And it's like, in the end of the day, it wasn't even theirs. They fucking stole it in the first place. That's what's fucked up here. Is that shit never belonged to them. They're like fucking schmeagling it. Like they show me it's like, my precious. They're literally like schmeagling that shit, and it doesn't even belong to them. And they're fighting over it, and they're being ridiculous about it when it doesn't even belong to them. It's not even theirs, you guys. Yeah, they've been doing it since you were very small. Okay. You were maybe given, okay, you were maybe left something. Okay, you guys, you were left something by maybe by a grandmother or a friend or something like this, right? Like this is somebody that you bonded with, that you were close to, that they left this for you. They left something. They physically left, I think, multiple things for you. And because these people chose to take these gifts that didn't belong to them, those are yours. They try to take them and use your energy against you, pay people to use that energy against you to take what was yours. And all that's happening is you're like untouchable. Collective is like untouchable. They can't touch it. They can't touch what's not theirs. And that's why they're trying to send in these other people to cause heartache. Because if they knock you off, if they get you out of balance and they get you overthinking or overstressed or overworking, right? If they keep you in that state, then they can keep manipulating you and prevent this union. But these other people are having these towers. Justice is coming in. What about this justice? Yeah. There's property, there's houses, there's cars, there's trusts, there's all kinds of stuff. You won't need to cry about anything anymore. Okay? This shit is all in the past. What's interesting about this card is this one, he doesn't really look, or whoever, guy or girl, I'm not sure. That's why I like this deck. It's kind of like nondescript sometimes. It's like okay, let me explain like what I pick up when I see this card. It's like most of them are like super crying over these spilt cups. This dude looks a little bit like they may have kicked those fucking cups over and been like, I'm gonna take these 2 cups and fuck this amount. Like fucking Batman style. Like fucking Superman Clark Kent. Like this. Yeah. They had to do it. So if you look at the cups that they kicked over, this is the third parties. Okay. For many of them, they could be sad about that because the people that they thought were closer to them, or family or friends or something like this, who they thought were closer, these people that they wanted to celebrate with, these other people, like I said, third party doesn't always have to mean it's physically intimate. It can just be the best friend or the fucking mother or the brother or the cousin or the whatever. Doesn't matter. Um, they were interfering. They were the ones causing the blood to be spilled. Ooh, ooh. The masculine has been fucking Batmaning that shit. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, Superman Batmaning that shit. That's what I'm picking up on right now, you guys. It's like they've been watching all of this happen. They've been watching how they've been hurting or trying to spill the blood of collective and how emotional all of it has been, and they want to change that. And they said, "Fuck it." They kicked it over. It's like, but when I see these cups, it's like it's not wine. It's like indefinitely blood. And why? It's like let's say they're siphoning all of this blood, right? Like, let's go back to Monsters Inc. I'm not fucking a dark psycho witch, okay? This is a story. I'm telling you that they want me to tell you about this card. So let's talk about Monsters Inc., right? Like, they're siphoning the adrenochrome, like the scared, whatever. They do the same thing with the blood, okay? Traumatized children and super traumatized, like whatever, and they take that blood and then they drink that blood somehow. I don't really know. I don't know all the breakdowns. They're giving me the breakdown. So what this masculine did is he went in because see how he's wearing this? He went in and either dumped out all of this, knocked it over. I feel like they drained it or knocked it over, okay? For some they could have fucking they left some, they poisoned some, they did whatever. They could have been offing people. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like this Superman Batman vibe. It's like this righteous yeah, victory. Victory. Yeah, to be able to offer this cup of love. So they did something to okay. As these people, okay, again with this mother figure, as they were doing this spell work or these rituals or whatever on collective and they saw that, right? They kind of that's why they were riding the fence. They were going along with it because they wanted to see who was going against collective. And at first they were going along with it because they thought that they were more powerful. And then as they saw people starting to get sick or in accidents or drop dead, like this fucking high dude, whatever, like the warlock dropping dead, getting going crazy or whatever, they're seeing all these third party problems and how nobody's healing, right? How collective's healing, but they're all fucking dropping like flies. And they're like, what the fuck? And so what they did is they said, okay, we're going to assist. We're going to assist in this. I've been picking this up a lot. Yeah. Yeah. This masculine. Give it to me. I give it to you. I don't know. Something like this. This masculine. Yes, dear. Wants to give it to you, but they've been wanting to for a long time. Okay. Again, this may be someone that catches you by surprise. This is someone that maybe you thought you knew, or maybe you already had a run in with, or maybe you had some type of words with, or maybe you already cut that off and you're like, nah, whatever. They're out of the realm. But they've been over there watching you and they're like, nah, they're not going to take no for an answer. They're not going to take no for an answer. See this? They're not going to take no for an answer. And like, I don't mean like creepy or something like this, but like, um, it's like this is like, they want to be your magi. They want to just create magic. It's like they want to do everything for you to have this happy ending, for you to get rid of all of these people that that stabbed all these swords in your back, and they want to do that. That's maybe what they've been working on doing. Yeah, they've been working on doing that all by them fucking selves. They're like for a long time, for quite some time, they've been fucking sorting it out, and um, yeah, it's taken a lot of strength and a lot of effort. Okay, they could have been actively doing this since like Lionsgate, since like July or August of last year. Yeah, they've been defending and fighting all of these people and all of these battles. Yeah, they've been defending you to get you out of this mental block. Now, everything's all balanced out. They may have been hermiting. You may have been hermiting. Okay? Because you've been waiting. You've been waiting for these messages. You've been waiting for these ships to come in. You've been waiting for this. You've known this for a long time. You may have called something out. Okay? You called something out before, collective, like a long time ago, and you're like, this is how it's going to happen. And everybody's like, okay, whatever. And now they're like, whoa, wait, collective. You be knowing some shit. Like, what's going to happen? Can you tell us what's going to happen actually? How much you charge for us to tell you? This other third party or these third parties or whoever this is like obsessed. They're obsessed with collective. Again, somebody you've known for a long time, since you were kids, many lifetimes, or since you were children, you've known this person. What time is it? How long have I been on here? Oh my god. Good off. But this person is also gonna you guys are going to get to not grow old but grow young together is kind of what I'm picking up on. Yeah. It's like this new start. It's like this new fresh start. You guys are having this new start. Again, you could have had many lifetimes together, but this person is coming in as a new person. Okay. The person is coming in with the ability to offer you stability. Okay. They ultimately want it to be your choice, or it is going to be your choice ultimately. Okay. Queen of Swords energy. Okay. But they want to offer you stability, and it's your choice to make. And they're a little bit scared because they've been watching or lurking or stalking, and they haven't physically shown up, and they're afraid that that could be cause for a means to an end. That's possible. And again, that can go back to something that they signed or something that they did. Like they signed this agreement. Somebody signed an NDA. Or it's like if they talk to you, they have to sign. You have to sign an NDA to talk to them. Or it's like maybe something that they do, some type of business or something that they do. They want to work together. They want to work together with you. Okay, they want to grow something together. They want to create something together. And in order to do that, in order to be part of it, you may need to sign an NDA collective, or vice versa. Okay. Um, in order to take this job, in order to take a job, you guys may need to sign some type of NDA. Okay, what's the job? Oh, no worries. What is it? Oh, well, this can be the problem. You need to figure out if these people are good or bad because they may be from a higher authority or a religious group. But they could be posing as a religious group, but really these cultish something like this. So make sure, I was picking up on this before too, if you get any contracts, if you get any agreements, if you get anything like this, before you sign anything, you need to have at least one lawyer, if not multiple lawyers and people that go over it for you legally first. This was very, 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 very strong. Okay. So if this is some type of non disclosure or something like this, you need to read all of it. You need to read everything. Do not just fucking sign something. Do not sign the contract. I pick up on that pretty big. Or at least do not sign a contract right away without renegotiating or doing whatever, right? Something like this. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. So they may say, okay, here's a prenup, or here's this, or here's that, or let's do this, or let's do that. Like, um, yeah. Don't sign, don't sign something right off the bat. You need to be able to spend some time with this person. You need to spend some time with this person. Um, you may be offered, you guys, like, okay, so I'm all picking up on something else, kind of weird. Collective, you may be offered to do some type of trip or some type of show, which would mean that you would need to, that you guys would need to sign an NDA. And in that case, like, I've been picking up on that a lot. And that's why I've just been coming on here to do like more videos um, before I may have to dip out. Because if, yeah, for instance, if I do something like that, or if I go into witness protection, or if I leave, or if I do whatever, right? Like it may mean that in order for all of those things to happen, may mean that I can't have my same presence with you guys. Or if I do, there's a lot of things that I can't, right? Like especially me, because I can tap into everything. So they're just like, we gotta make sure she doesn't say these things or do these things. I don't know. You're gonna find it out, but don't automatically sign the contract. They're trying to get you to sign the contract. You may need to kind of like walk away from that, and yeah, you need to go about it in a legal form, no matter what. Have an actual attorney, have an actual notary, make sure the paperwork is legitimately done. Do not just be like, well, my friend does this. No, motherfucker. No. It will put you, look at animals verifying. It will put you in a bad state to where they can legally fuck you later or take your things, take something from you or hold you accountable. And this is what I was telling you, is you don't want to sign things because sometimes you agree or consent to things that are connected to darker demonic forces, and you don't want to be so quick to do that. Don't do it. Don't be, that's not hero shit. You don't sell your soul for the person that you love. You don't sell your soul to the devil for the person that you love. Like, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, and if there's weird shit like that, that's potentially like going to happen in the contractual agreement or something like that, then like that's something you guys should be communicating about. Like that's something you need to speak about, right? Like yeah, yeah. You don't want to do that because you don't want to be bound to any type of like the third density. You don't want to be bound to lower realms. You don't want to be bound to lower forces or demonic entities or anything else like this. You also don't want to bind yourself potentially to a person, because that can be, there can be long binding spells that can go on through lifetimes, right? So, yeah, watch out because you have done all the work, collective. What is this? What is this message that keeps coming? They're gonna hop off. I'm so tired. So late here. Messages from the Queen of Pentacles, the Temperance, the Six of Swords. Woo! I don't know what this is. So you may be trying to receive, somebody may be trying to reach out to you via call, via message, okay? This can be the person that took the money from you. This can be a motherly figure or older woman figure, something like this. This person is trying to get back into your field. They're trying to be like, let's be friends, okay? Let's figure this out. You know I love you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this person is going to come in or try to offer something, but what they really want is your money. They're holding on to the money and they're trying to hold on to that space. For some of them, they want to come. They may want to come and see you. They may know that this is happening. Also, they may know they want to maybe come and see you, but so they're trying to make up with you. So they may know that you're about to get married and about to get this money and about to have this celebration and a cash out, and they want to be there. third party. The problem is they caused all these third parties. They blocked the lovers, and they're large part of the problem with this fucking justice coming to peace. They're the ones that did all the fucking stabbing in the back. For some of you, they may want you to try to help them, to rescue them. They may want you to try to put this off on a third party. Put it off on a third party, or they want to still try to be like, oh, well, I can help you. You're not really good with your finances, or you're not really good with that. So let me, whatever. Someone is going to try to weasel their way back in. Do not. If you cut everybody off for a reason, keep them cut off. And if they're going to be dicks, Lorena Bob at that shit. Okay? You don't have time for all this dumb shit. Yeah. They're trying to get you trapped. Trying to get you trapped in some type of weird fucking contract or deal. So whatever these, like if you're receiving messages or calls, like I said before, from people that you haven't talked to or seen in a long time, right? Like I started having people do that, be like, oh, hey, it's like, bro, I don't hear from you in like all these years. Now it's different if someone's like, hey, I know it's been a long time. I have some crazy shit going on and I could use a friend or I need some help or whatever. That's different. When people are like, oh, hey, girl. I've had so many people, and a lot of these people that are like, hey, are people that have fucking stolen shit from me or like still actually owe me, thought that they fucking finagled one over on me, but I know they fucking stole some shit from me. So in the end of the day, um, you know, the way that I look at it is like, you're gonna know. You're gonna know. Like that's why you have to maintain your energy. Maybe that's why you guys have been by yourself, but you got to maintain the energy and keep your protection because there's gonna be a lot of people. They may know, like many people may know who you are. They may know that you're coming into this happy ending and they want to be part of it, or they want to be part of the movie, or they want to get part of that fortune. They want in on it. And the reality is, they're just kind of they're trying to claw their way back in. So don't entertain it and don't allow them, okay? Um, if these aren't people that are consistently in your life showing up for you and supporting you, if they're only supporting you now that something good is happening, or they're only showing up now that you've done all your healing work and all these good things are happening and now they're your best friend again, like, no, people got to earn that shit. And that's what they don't understand is after you've elevated collective, after you leveled up and elevated, you don't really have the the bandwidth for all these fucking low frequency people anymore. You just don't. It's just like it's not yeah, it's not something it's like you don't have the bandwidth for it. It's not something you're even trying to entertain and you shouldn't, right? Because you're gonna know. If people are on your team, you're gonna know innately, like, I need this motherfucker on my team. Like this is my team, your team. And yeah, so just be a spiritual gangster about it, bro. Be like, yeah, that's cool, but I gotta go now. Like maybe you just need to be real. You need to let people know, like that's awesome, but like I'm on another note, and I keep my energy super protected and everything super good, right? So, yeah, and some of you guys may need to know about that. You may need to just keep your energy more. I gotta take this thing. That's how I know when I'm done doing my reading. I can't sit. I had such bad shit happen so many times to my spine and my pelvis. When all this stuff happened, I broke my hip and my pelvis. And before, like a long, long time ago, long, long time ago, that I don't remember, but I'll never forget you. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. The last psychopath I was with did some crazy shit and pulled me out of the back of a truck by my boot and straight onto my tailbone. So I just am super sensitive. And I can't wait to get into a new place or on a new adventure. I have better seating. So we'll see how it goes, guys. But I don't really know. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, send all your extra love. Let everybody know, especially all these people that don't want me to do readings that way. If I still have the capacity able to keep doing readings, I would like to. But yeah, I have to be real because if I go to the middle of the ocean, I probably won't have internet to give you guys readings. If I go into if I do this other thing and go into witness protection, like I don't really know that people can. I don't really know. I can do this. If right, like I don't really know if there's like an NDA or something else, then I may not be able to be like online. You know. Um, you like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, Cole. Thank you for telling me I'm amazing. Yes, today is great. Thank you. Um, your dresses are awesome. Okay, yeah. Well, you'll have to actually see. I actually do make. Did you? Oh, did you go and check out like my stuff from before? Um, uh, if you check out maybe like from like August to October of last year, Cole, you'll see. Like I told you, I did like 90 or 100 days. Like I did a long stretch of getting into different characters and dressing up and wearing all of my different clothes with different oh you did see them. Yeah. So yeah, I think between like August and November of last year, you'll start to see. So you see, like I make a lot of really cool things, and that's why I'm like I have to wear the same jumper all the time because asshole stole my favorite bag of clothes. What an asshole. But anyways, we're gonna sort that out. We're gonna sort that out. But again, um, if I have to start doing some hardcore shit, then I may not be able to be online here with you guys. If I have to start sending the police to search and siege by stolen property because someone doesn't want to return it to little old me, well then I guess I might have to. So, anyways, as always, guys, uh yeah, generally like so yeah, from August, you do 15 videos, awesome. Yeah, so I think from like August-ish last year, August to I would say like November, um, yeah, from like August to November, you'll see me and I go through and I wear like all of the different things because I've created 5 sustainable clothing lines that are all like bamboo and different bamboo, tencel, modal, but mostly bamboo. And I go through everything. I share a lot. I mean, I don't share like I think maybe a couple times I share some of the bamboo underwear, but yeah, I go through all like because I make so many different. I'm sharing them all and how to dress them and style them and anyways, when I do the reading, I was trying to do it in the first 10 minutes of the video, but then whatever, I'm fucking out of pocket. So like I don't give people the same thing. That's why they can't replicate me. Often imitated, but never duplicated. As always, guys, I love you. You guys are amazing. And I just wanted to say you're doing great. I'm proud of you. Keep going if you're doing the work. We know there's a lot of energy that's swirling around right now. So you got this. Remember to ground yourself. Remember to do cleansing and uh, everything like that. Okay. So I love you. I'm proud of you. Keep going. Do you stream on underwear too? No. I mean, I probably show it in some of the videos, right? Like I do getting dressed with me and different stuff like this. But uh no, I don't stream. I don't do anything like that. I don't do any cam girl or any weird shit like that. I'm way too talented at too many other things to be selling or sharing my body like that. I like to reserve that for my partner. You got to keep some things like that. But but yeah, my friend keeps telling me because I have really cute feet, I should be selling my feet pictures. For me, I'm like, I'll just go be a pirate. I'll just go get on a boat. Like, I don't what sell pictures of my temple. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Only because I've been part of lots of different fet life and all this different stuff. So I know people with fetishes are super fucking strange. Like, well, I'm one of them. I'm a weirdo, you know. But like, yeah. But yeah, you can see a lot of the other videos. And if you go also to in the information box below, you guys like what I do and you want to help support the channel and me, your girl, eating and maybe getting a new, no, maybe making something new, maybe getting some fabric or doing something I don't really know, coming up with a new concept. But my information is in the information box below. Your contributions actually do help me eat, literally speaking. And in the information box, Cole, you will see my Instagrams. In the Instagrams, you can see um, in Heartwares, this is like my creation, and you'll see a lot of the different clothings. I make coats, I make underwear, I make everything for men, for women, costumes, like elaborate stuff, accessories, hats, upcycling. Yeah, lots of different things. So you can check them out there. Yeah, they're all fucking live. So they fucking hack my devices and I can't actually make videos. So everything will be in the live. You'll see. I go through a whole fucking series of it. And I play all kinds of characters. I dress up like a fucking like an elf, like a goth, like you'll I think you'll really love it, Cole, or whoever else is out there. I think you'll enjoy it because it's fun. What's your best outfit? Ah, yeah, I have a clothing brand here. That's what I'm saying is I'm fucking fighting these people because they've been trying to steal my fucking shit. That's why I'm sitting in one little room with all of my things because this is my life's work. My life's work was coming out here to Bali and creating all of these bins and stuff. It's all of the clothing and materials and stuff that I make. That's why I sit here hiding away from all these fucking people. My favorite thing that I make, my favorite outfit that I make, I would say, yeah, like the jumpers or like the onesie rompers, the cozy. I have something that I call the cozy. And I made it in lots of different materials, but my favorite one is in the bamboo terry. It's like this stretchy, flouncy, bouncy, and it's like soft. It's like, it just reminds me, it just gives me like, um, it gives me like Tigger vibes, right? And it's really cool because it can be worn like I figured out like I think like 16 different ways or something. I call it like phase one, phase two, phase three. But it can be worn as like overalls, as pants, as dresses. It can be worn more like chivalry because it's got these long straps that can tie all different ways. But yeah, it has so many different ways that you can wear it. And so I would say that that's probably one of my favorite and most rock outfits because just because it's super versatile. It could be for guys or girls. And then I think my second favorite thing that I really love to wear is I have like these ninja pants that I make. So they can fold closed on the side, like on the bottoms and the tops, they have strings, but they close or open on the sides, and you can make them into like shorts or pants. And they're kind of adaptable, so you can wear them like higher or waist or like low, like drop, like more drop crotch or whatever. Um, I love my ninja pants. They're adapting. And I also have like a full on jumper, like a romper that's similar. It's like the bottoms is like the ninja pants and the top is like this, but it can turn into like a skirt, a dress, many things like this. So a lot of the things that I actually create are multi, multi-purpose, like multifunctional, versatile. I'm like, what is the word? Come on, your brain. So I like to make things when people are like, well, which way can I wear it? I'm like, I don't know. How do you put it on? Like I like to make things that are kind of like nondescript and where tags are normally in weird places where you don't, and people's like, well, I don't know which is the front and which is the back. And I'm like, I don't know. You got to try it on and figure it out. Like it's playful. It's playful. Like lots of things that I create are um, very well thought out. Everybody's like, wow, you really, I'm like, yeah, because I'm not a picture drawer. I'm an actual tailor. I've made custom costumes and designs. I make everything from underwear and swimsuits to wedding normal gowns. Like everything. Most people have that one thing that they do. Like I do it all. I do it all. But um no, I love that. But I really love a lot of upcycled pieces. I really love I gotta figure I'm trying to figure out where this fucking awesome hat is. I made this, I call it the golden teacher hat. I made this hat last year and I'm trying to figure out where this hat is because I want to show you like what's in this fucking basket. It's some dope shit, right? Um, and I want to fucking put this is a cozy on, but it's made out of all these old it's a upcycled cozy, right? And I cut up all these old fucking sweaters and all these different things, and it's really fucking dope. Um, and it's probably like the fifth one that I made or something like this, but it's like this colors and this hat matches that shit, and I need to find the hat, and then I will put it on if I can figure out without too much work to find the hat because that's the big thing. I don't want to start unpacking things. If it's in one of these other cabinets, awesome. If it's in one of these bins, then we're fucked and I can't show you. But that's been my plan is I want to hop on here and I want to wear this fucking cozy um with the with this fucking hat. In one of my videos in there, I show the hat. Actually, I show that this whole hat that I've been working on is really fucking awesome. And it's all made out of upcycled materials as well. And it's really cool because it can like stretch. I mean, it's like, it looks like a Mario Brothers hat. It's like fucking squishy and like whatever, but like it's so fun. It's super fun. But yeah, as far as that, I love the bamboo, you guys. It's super soft and it's very breathable. And I like things that are comfy, but they make sense. I like things that people can move in. People need to be able to do all their normal things and their movement and feel good and um it's something that as a tailor and as somebody that's actually a designer that understands, that creates the patterns and understands the movement and the form and the shape of the body, it's something that I really love doing. I love creating it. Can you see the hat? Yeah, 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 yeah. I have all different types of hats. You can see some different hats. You'll see me wearing this yellow hat, this fucking kid hat, this fucking awesome hat. It can be worn in like a fucking 25 different ways. It's super cool. And that one's also reversible. Um, um, yeah. No, I gotta find it. Is it difficult to craft a hat? It can be depending on how you make it. That one was made out of recycled things. So that one was made out of more like cardboard and batting and I think there was like some type of like plastic or some other type of thing that I put in there. Different things that I put in for the bill to create like the bill is all like this. Like it's so fucking cool. You're gonna love it. But yeah, different things. But I have to figure it out. I have to see. I got to sit down with my pendulum. Um, I just found where my pendulum was yesterday. It's in my camouflage jacket pocket somehow because I was probably taking it somewhere and looking for something. But yeah, I got to figure out with the pendulum where it is because if it's in one of these bins, the problem is they're so fucking high up here. You see how high up that is? I stacked this shit so high that I can't get it down. I need like a ladder or a chair, and I don't have it. Nobody here has one. So I can't get any of these things in any of these bins by myself. I can maybe jump and try, but no, I don't want to do that. But these are fucking heavy. But as long as it's not in these bins and it's in one of my cabinets, then yeah, I'm praying that it's in one of my cabinets. So you guys put that energy out there. Let's fucking transmute it and make sure it's in one of the cabinets so I can bust it out in the next couple of days because I really want to show you guys because it's super fun. And also like I want to sell those things because they're for sale. I spent 25 or 26 years making one of a kinds only. and everything was completely different. And for each thing to find their person was part of my joy. I did about 17 years in festival circuit, and so um, like Gryffindor's hat, no, but I do have made hats like those, and a lot of my hoods on more of my fairy tale things are like that. They're more like wizard hoods or like raven style hoods, and yeah, yeah, I got lots of dresses and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I spent like 18 years. So like as old as you are, I spent working the festival circuit, like making all these one of a kind amazing jackets and vests and hats and fucking accessories and cool stuff and selling them around, like traveling around like a little fucking gypsy. Yeah, it's crazy, right? That's when you're like, no, why are you wearing this? It makes you look old. And I'm like, sweetie, you could be my kid. But yeah, for 25 years, 20, no, 20, 26, no, 27 years, I only made one of a kinds, one of ones. And everything was handmade by me. Nothing was like overproduced. And a lot of things were upcycled. And a lot of things were like garment industry waste that I rescued and did this. And if you go in my Instagram, you'll see in hardwares, you will see that I have my sewing studio. I was running my sewing studio. I had a floating studio. I put it on as my sailboat, and I was running all my machines via solar power. So if you look in hardwares, you should see some stuff that I've been making on the boat for sure. But also you'll see in Departed, I think it's in there, my other Instagram, you'll see um, the boat. And like, yeah, I was actually like sailing around, and I had my aerial acrobat hoop that I would put on the jib. So I would do my workouts in the morning, and then I would row, and then I would come back and I would take a nap in the hammock. And then I would, so like, but the time the town is waking up, like, I'm just fucking like, I'm doing some weird shit. I'm doing like handstands on the deck, like while the whole boat is shaking, like after I got done, and then I'm making breakfast, and then I like do something, and then I would like take a nap in the hammock for like 3 hours, and everybody's like, "What the fuck do you do all day?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, but I get up before the sun comes up to watch the sunrise on the ocean full. Like that shit's beautiful. The sunrise on the ocean is like there's nothing that beats it. Okay, fucking amazing, by the way. But yeah, you'll be able to see if you go to my Instagram, you'll be able to see like my floating studio, the boat, like all this different stuff. And you'll start to see that I was basically going around taking garment industry waste and teaching people about like what is in our clothing and all this stuff. And that's why I came here to Bali, because I really would like to just work with hemp, right? But um, it's like not able to be sold in a lot of places due to bullshit with that. So I came over here to Asia because I wanted to work with the bamboo. I wanted to create sustainable clothing lines instead of just upcycling stuff and teaching people about not buying fucking polys and nylons and la 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 la. Because for a long time I made things from all of these colorful things, and I love them and people loved them, but um, yeah, I came here um, in 2019 to start these sustainable clothing lines. And before they put this black magic, and before I got hit by the truck, like, yeah, I was about to launch um, like my website and all of these photo shoots. It's a lot to shoot with all, like, I had like 20 something models at different times, and like all these different sizes, like women, men, all these different people. And yeah, when they did that, they dropped um, first they dropped the tree on the bike, and then they dropped the roof, and it fell on the bed, um, where I had everything set up. So my computer, I lost my computer, my tablet, my phone, like all of the work that I had done for the past 4 years. They fucking took it, and then that's when they came in, and my patterns and my things started going, and it's been an ongoing thing for the past like 3 years while I've been healing. Then I got hit by a truck, and more of my stuff went missing, and then I've been healing for the past 3 years. So it's just barely been 3 years since I got hit by the truck. But yeah, so I worked really hard for the first 4 years that I was out here to really produce all of these beautiful clothing. That way people can have access to them. And still, I have my website that still doesn't have the content. So like, yeah, I have to reshoot everything. And everybody's like, oh, just shoot it on it. And like, no, like this is my life's fucking work. Like I spent a lot of time shooting a lot of the stuff and it's really good stuff. And every person that puts on my stuff, like they get happy and they start dancing and they're like, this is the most comfortable stuff. Like, what? Like, why aren't all clothes made like this? Like, what? It's like this fits me pretty. And it's like, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, people don't understand that bamboo is really soft. Hit by a truck, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was in bed for almost a year. I couldn't walk or sit or stand, Cole. Yeah. I was on my motorbike and I got hit by a truck in the fucking face. My entire face was shattered. My entire cheekbone was shattered. My jaw was hanging. My eye was broken in three fucking places. I bled from my eyes for like 2 weeks straight. It was super fucking creepy. And that's why I say new brain all the time. I forget things all the time because I have traumatic brain injury because I got hit straight in the fucking face, straight in the head. And it broke here and here. I actually was broken in 9 places. Um, both shoulders were broken because when I got hit by the truck, when I was hit by the truck, what happened is it KO'd me. Like boom, it broke the helmet in half and it KO'd me. And when I KO'd, the bike went into the truck and got stuck on the truck, and then my foot got stuck on the truck, and I got drugged by the truck. So I was fucking road rash going up my entire body. And it just boom, when I fell, I fucking broke this shoulder. So literally it was so fucking hard because I couldn't be on the left side and I couldn't really lay because of the fucking hip and the pelvis and the tailbone. Like it was miserable and I couldn't fucking eat for like almost 2 months. Like it was crazy. It was fucking crazy. And I had nobody here to help me. That's why I love my cat. That's why my cat is my fucking motherfucker right here. Because she made sure that I would get up or get like eat something because I forget a lot. Um, so when I get that's why I'm like ADHD times 1,000 now because ever since the traumatic brain injury, it's been a lot. It's been really hard. But yeah, that was just 3 years ago. 3 years ago, last month. So yeah, I had to learn how to sit up, how to walk, how to talk, my own vocabulary, my own language, and the other 2 or 3 languages that I know, like just to be able to learn, like re-input like partial of them. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So yeah, that's why I say I don't have a fucking family because they didn't even send me a fucking dollar or a cent. Any of them didn't come to check on me, didn't come to take care of me. I just got hit and run over and left on the side of the road for dead. And then the truck didn't kill me. And when they sewed up my ankle, when they sewed up my ankle here, I don't know if you guys can see this. I kind of fucked up. But when they sewed up the ankle here, I actually got I developed MRSA, MRSA staph infection, which I almost lost my foot and my fucking leg. I almost had to amputate my fucking leg. And I holistically healed myself with dietary, not supplements, like actual real alive like foods and juices and changing my diet and getting this fucking thing out, doing bioresonance, balancing the resonance and all this stuff. So that's why um, I'm like supercharged. That's why I'm super chosen. Like they're like, oh, bitch, you can't leave yet. You got shit to do. So when all these people try to do all this shit, all this black magic, it's backfiring at them because they can't take me out. It's not possible. I have a mission. I have a higher galactic mission. But yeah. Are there any marks? There's several marks, mostly on my leg because everything was fucked up on my leg. You can't really see much on the face or the head anymore, but I lost like all of this. You can see you can see. I think on one of my Instagrams, I may have showed you, but half of my heel of my foot burned off all the way to the bone, so I couldn't even fucking stand or walk for fucking. And then I couldn't bathe myself because it couldn't get dirty, and it was a lot. It was a lot. I had to have people bringing me food. Like I had to have people. Like, and that's why I'm like Indonesia for sure, because I don't think I would be able to hire somebody to come in and help me go to the bathroom or bathe me or clean my house like at a reasonable fucking rate. Like I wouldn't be able to. That's why I say when I say I went to the neurologist and had these crazy brain scans, like I'm good. Like I'm stellar. Like people don't even understand like how my face, like they wanted to do reconstruction, facial reconstruction. You can see this eye is much lower than this eye. This is why I like to wear makeup, because this face actually, this side of my face looked like I had a stroke for a really long time. And for me to open it up to match this one, it's actually like really painful. It pulls here. I have nerve damage from fucking head to heel, and I'm in constant pain, like on a real note. But yeah, but I holistically healed it, like all natural, all holistic. And yeah, like no, I think only like the first week was I on pain pills, and then yeah, like I got off of them. Even the antibiotics, I stopped taking the antibiotics because the antibiotics were killing me. But they wanted to put 26 plates in my face, just so you can understand how fucking shattered my face was. They want to put 26 plates in my face. Oh, so this was really fucked up. The whole fucking insurance thing was fucked up. So, because when I tried to get them to take me to the hospital, they put me to sleep. So they re-induced like several concussions, like, and they drove me almost what, like an hour and a half. Okay, that's like they almost drove me half the length of the island. And didn't ever take me to the fucking hospital. They took me to this clinic, and I got MRSA from this clinic. And then I almost lost my leg. Like the MRSA staph infection almost killed me. I'm like, I didn't get killed by the truck, but I almost got killed by that. What happened with insurance is, because you have to go, when something happens, you have to go and you have to report it to the police and do all this. And they said that they did it, but they didn't do it. They said the next day that they were going to send what's called the petulon, like the local people, like the local, they're not like really sheriffs, but they are like in Bali, that they were going to send them to pick me up to take me to the hospital, because the following day, I'm really lucky that they actually found me on the side of the road, because here they have a day of silence, what's called Nepi, a day of silence. And when the day of silence happens, they basically, nobody can travel on the road. Like they shut off electricity, like everything's closed. Like hospitals and stuff are open, but nobody can travel on the road. Like nobody can go out. Everybody has to stay in. Everybody has to be quiet. It's a silent day, right? So we're not, no entertainment, no whatever, and like no traveling. Nobody goes out. Not allowed to. You'll get arrested. Like, so I'm lucky that they found me on the side of the road, because if they wouldn't have found me, like a few hours, like I was there for like a 2 or 3 hours before they fucking found me. When they were doing like their last thing to like make sure everybody was in the village and close them all off. So I'm lucky, because if it didn't, if it, the next day would have been a whole day and nobody would have ever seen me, because they would have never passed by me, because nobody's traveling anywhere. So I'm super, super lucky to be alive. I'm super blessed. But the reality is when you try to go 48 hours later and you have traumatic brain injury and you don't really remember where you were, what the city was, what's going on, all this other shit, and they didn't file the police report, they just took you all the way to the other side of the island and put you to sleep instead of taking you to the hospital. Like, don't worry, I'm gonna sue them too. Yeah, you hear that, Indonesia? Because fuck you guys. So what happens is, insurance, right, doesn't cover pre-existing conditions. So since the clinic said nothing was wrong with me, and I was like, something's wrong, I need to have a fucking head scan, like I'm broken in all these places. They're like, no, 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 no. When I went to the hospital a couple days later, now it's after the fact, right? So it's considered a pre-existing condition, because they cleared me at the clinic, but everywhere that I had them, I had to pay out of pocket, everything out of pocket. I had to, because it was a hit and run. So who am I going to get for what? And it was in this fucking village, so like there isn't really like CCTVs or something. We really try to check some shit out. Don't worry, we really did. My friends were on that shit. But the reality is yeah, it's considered kind of like a pre-existing condition or something like this, because what I had was traveler's insurance, and the way the traveler's insurance works is you have to go out every 6 months. Otherwise, it's just a baseline, and it's just like all these fucking little bullshits. Okay, and yeah, they just delayed the time. They delayed the process. They didn't do the police report. They didn't do all of this, and it was too much. It was fucking too much. Do you know I was like Dory fish? Like, like I started doing the videos more often to actually talk, to remember my own fucking language, which I'm still like when I'm like, I can't think of the word. Like, that's the thing. I was like Dory fish from Finding Nemo, Cole, for about 9 months. Like, I couldn't like remember what I was saying for more than like 5 to 30 seconds. Maybe like could maybe get into a minute and be like, oh, when did you get here? What's going on? What are we talking about? Hi, nice to meet you. I couldn't remember shit. Traumatic brain injury, blunt force trauma to the head. Yeah, it was a lot. So, and I did it all on my own, and I healed myself. And like, yeah, that's the reality. So when people be trying to come at me and be like, you're fucking asking people for a fucking handout, it's like, nigga, I don't ask nobody for nothing. And if I ask somebody for something, it's because I fucking actually need it. I'm badass, motherfucker. Fucking Samuel L. Jackson on that shit. Reach back in that bag and grab that wallet. It's a badass motherfucker and return it to me today, right now. I don't give a fuck about everybody else in here. You're gonna reach in there. You're gonna give me that fucking wallet. That's what it comes up. Um. So, no, no, no. That's what I'm saying. What did they find after? Oh, so when I went to the hospital, everywhere that I had them x-ray, where I was like, this doesn't feel off because I'm super connected with my body. Everywhere that I had them um x-ray, I was fractured or broken in 9 fucking places from head to toe, from head to heel. Not my toe wasn't broken, but my heel, half of my heel. Like if you think about it, this is the bottom of your heel, half of my heel was burned to the bone. How many nerve endings and ligaments on your foot as your foot's trying to grow back? I can show you the bottom of my foot. You can see it's still trying to grow back here. It's still making its layers of skin. It's gone down a lot, but it was this, about this much. So the half the heel, and I mean, you can literally see it there. The skin is still regrowing back. This is 3 years later. It's still growing. I'm like on it a lot, but there's a lot that has to come back. So, yeah, so there's not much that I can do as far as that goes, but what I can do is like, there's no reason why those Petchalon, like for them to drive me all the way down to my house, number one. I mean, I probably wanted to go there. I don't really know. Brain injury, blunt force, trauma to the head. If my face is this big, you can see on my Instagram. That's what I was going to say before. If you go to my Instagram, it may be on my, um, uh, oh no, it's almost grown back. It's not peeled off. That's growing back, sweetie. Yeah, yeah. I would so many times I've thought about like when people are like, you look fine to me, and I'm just like, okay, first of all, I have a lot of internal fucking problems and a lot of breaks and fractures that you can't physically see. And just because you see me sitting here, like that's why I say when it's hard for me to sit, it's like really hard for me to sit. Like I'm in a lot of pain, a lot of the time. Um, but yeah, most of it, I did a lot of bioresonance. So a lot of the scar, I did a lot of input and output to heal the skin, and a lot of holistic stuff to heal a lot of the stuff on the skin. So you can't really see that much anymore, um, which is really nice. Most of it is internal. Most of it is like trauma on the body. To be honest, most of it's trauma on the body. You can see like a few You can only see like a few little white dots or something that are here now, but before it was like, I don't know if you can see how this is on my foot. See how this is? See how this is like white and weird? So how this was here was like my entire leg all the way up and my arm. But we did a lot of the bioresonance. If you guys don't know what that is, super amazing because every organ in your body, including your skin, your largest organ, has a resonant frequency that it resonates at that is its happy place. So when it's off, they can actually see where it's off and they can start inputting and outputting until the resonant frequency comes back. And they did that. And wow, yeah. But I did somewhere I do have pictures of like doing it in the process and different stuff like this. But yeah. Um and yeah, that's why it's weird because before all this shit happened and before my ex and all this shit fucking happened, like I was on this big mission of creating this healing center. And yeah, I just fucked up because I put a lot of the hustle and the money and everything that I did into trying to care and into trying to be help this other person to heal. Um, and yeah, not last year, but the year before, after I made enough money I had to save money for quite some time to actually fly to Thailand, where they had the proper neurological equipment and like one of the top 10 neurologists in the world to actually like check out my brain and see what's actually going on, what actually happened, because I started having really intense problems. And what happened is I have what's called a cerebral cavernous malformation from my family beating the shit out of me. I have that sits here behind this right eye. Um, Repeated head trauma between the ages of 6 and 12 is what the neurologist told me. And so what happened is when I got smashed in the face here, it brought this little thing that kind of acts like a tumor. It brought it much closer here to the prefrontal cortex. And then what happens is it's like a cerebral cavernous malformation. So they call it a CCM. And it's basically there was blood vessels, okay, your capillaries that carry the blood to different places. Because there was repeated trauma, they kind of not burst, but they kind of like exploded. So it looks like a bunch of grapes or like a raspberry. Imagine what a raspberry looks like. And that's what my blood, what is supposed to be veins, are now these bulbous pockets that have these thin membranes around them. And it acts kind of like a tumor. So what happens is when I start to get too overwhelmed, too much anxiety, too stressed. People are attacking me. They're trying to cause reactive abuse, which is what they're trying to do a lot. Um, I start having mild onset aneurysms because these things swell. And when they swell, there's not enough space, especially since this side of my face got smashed. They don't have the extra room, the little cavern, the little cave of wonders that was created from them, from growing into it, got smashed when I got smashed in the face. And so what happens now is when they swell, it presses on the prefrontal cortex, and I can sometimes have little mini freakouts. And it's a physiological response. So I can get into a toddler mode, and that's why I had to just like say these people are bad, these situations are bad, and that's why it's important that we cut off people that don't have our best interests, that don't have our health and our well-being and different things in mind, right? And that's really what it boils down to. And I'm just like, wow, it was a lot. It's been a lot to take in the last few years when you realize like, oh, you haven't just been having migraines and getting sick and dizzy and all this stuff all your life and having all this crazy stuff happen actually, and responses where you fucking freak out sometimes and you don't understand what's going on. It's because these people were abusive to you your whole life, and they actually created a physical handicap, right? It's not a mental handicap, even though it is a neurological condition and it is in my brain. But yeah, actually, it's actually classified now as a physical handicap. But yeah, no big deal. Just life in. I've been having migraines since I was uh, very small. Oh yeah, I had definitely like a lot of scars, but they're under all this little hair here. It took off my hair from here, so it was on my face from here to here. If you go to my Instagrams, you can fucking see. You can see how big my face is. You can see my eye wrapped up like pirate style, maybe even bleeding from my eye. Like you can. I put a couple pictures on there. Nothing too crazy because it was too much for people. But I should probably create a montage. But my ex stole my hard drive because he's a fucking psychopathy, bro. Because he's trying to do weird shit, probably making a fucking deep fake porn or whatever of me, and that's cool, whatever, you know. Like I said in my last video, all the people that did all these weird things against me, especially things like that, especially putting me or my body up for sale anywhere, pictures or videos or anything of me or my voice or my body. When I fucking busted my ass my entire life to never have to sell myself, my body, my temple, ever. No, this is my sacred temple. So, yeah, I will have their dicks in jars as trophies. And that's not a joke. And I will take the fucking and Lorena Bobbitt that shit myself. Yeah, you get migraines too. Yeah, it's not a tumor, but it acts like a tumor. And yeah, that's why last year I went to the U.S. and I did a really intense treatment. So you're in America too, right, Cole? So I went back to the States and I went to California, right, where I'm from, and I did a uh, 3.5 month intensive fucking treatment of what's called Rick Simpson oil, which is full spectrum THC, and it is made specifically to eradicate tumors and cancers. Now, it did have an amazing effect. It did Rick Simpson oil. It's called RSO, and it's really intense. Well, I was like on over 1,000 milligrams a day of it for like 3.5 months, almost 4 months. It was a lot, but yeah, check it out. It's super fucking awesome. It's great for like arthritis and different things like that in lower doses. But Um, I did a full intensive thing and it actually did shrink. And so that's why I'm pissed that they fucking robbed me of this shit because I was supposed to go back this year to the neurologist and actually get the new scans and pictures to actually physically see, to give the scientific study about it, right? Because it was so big before, and it definitely has shrunk because I do get migraines but not as often anymore, and it's not like it was. But a lot of it was removing a lot of the stress. Like that's basically what the neurologist said. Hey, believe afternoon. That's what the neurologist said is basically like it's not a matter of if one of the aneurysms can kill you, it's a matter of when. And that's why they've been gang stalking and trying to reactive abuse and harass me, because they could really rile me up because I had a short fuse. So that's why I've really done some interior work. You know, that's why it's just like no drinking, no drugs, no sex, no weird attachments or entities that can get onto me. I'm very clean with also like what I eat. Like don't no beer or fucking soda or carbonation. Minimal amounts of sugar. If I eat sugar, it's only like the organic coconut sugar, or cane sugar. But things like this, right? Like really just changing. That's what I'm saying is like a holistic, like everything that was in nature, it can actually heal us, you know? Um, and that's why I think like hemp, especially, right? Because a lot of the medicinal properties are actually coming from hemp. But yeah, that's the reason why I didn't want to go back to America last year. Where else where I could do where I could and and the intensive treatment. So, uh, but yeah, if you guys have never checked it out, you can do some research on it. They hide a lot of information. They're trying to fucking. They've been after that guy for an extended amount of time because they don't want cures, right? But yeah, it's one of the few things that have been known to curably eliminate different types of cancers, from skin cancers to actual cancers, and as well as tumors, like eradicate them even. completely. So, yeah, holistic healing, right? Like organic, like nature is really intelligent. Our body is super intelligent. If you stop taking all the antibiotics that start killing all the fucking good things in your body, you stop taking all the pain pills, so your body is actually experiencing the pain. That's why I literally only took pain pills for like a week, for a week. And then the only time I would take like kratom, um, I would take kratom like only when I had to make long trips to go to do bioresonance, which was like sometimes 2 times a week or 3 times a week. And I would take it just because it was really hard for me to sit for extended periods of time. Like I spend most of my time, like I said, I'm like almost in queen mode, right? I'm almost in like old school queen mode. I need like one of those fainting couches because like that's like the not quite sitting up because my pelvis, my hip, and my tailbone have a really hard time doing it. Also, like with standing, like it took me a long time. I have videos on there as well where I show people, they're like, you look fun. I'm like, you want to see me trying to walk as I'm learning how to walk with a cane? And because of the heel, I couldn't put the heel on the ground. And because of staph infection, I had to clean it all the time and had to clean everything. It was fucking so much. It was a fucking, it was a nightmare. But I realized in breaking the whole right side of my body, um, that the right side is masculine and the left side is feminine. And um, breaking the leg and the heel and being able to see, it was really about restructuring. Um, it was about restructuring and healing the masculine energy, and the stability. Right, your foot is your grounding. This is your strength, your structure, your security, your pillar. Right, you can't stand on your heel, you can't stand straight up, like you're off kilter. And so um this just like got me into more modalities. So I started doing somatic body work. I started doing getting way more into food as medicine, and the bioresonance was really intense. And what was the other fucking thing? Oh, the metaphysical mapping, right? So what I was just fucking talking about, like this is what I'm saying. This is new brain. Like my short-term memory is like, phew. Um, the metaphysical mapping basically shows, so you have everything from every tooth to every finger, every organ, everything in your body has a metaphysical mapping that it's linked up to. So like for instance, your right side is masculine, your left side is feminine. So right side masculine, your foot is your stability. So I didn't have a stable masculine figure growing up. My stepfather beat me. My brother beat me. My mother beat me. My grandfather was, for an extended amount of time, um, he was probably like the closest thing I had to a father. Like my father, I don't know. My father took my brother, and yeah, I just became fucking Cinderella. I was just always the maid. I was always the take care of everything person. And so, what I realized in the process of the metaphysical mapping is actually like just finishing healing all of the wounding and doing the inner work to healing the wounding of where the masculine didn't show up and kind of healing that within myself. And so, it's really beautiful actually to kind of end this whole reading with, because as masculine and feminine are coming into union, there needed to be a balance between the masculine and feminine, not just the feminine and the masculine. We each possess feminine and masculine energies within our own body. So um, we have to get in alignment. And it's about not exerting or overexerting one or the other. And I was like, fuck, because it put me in bed for almost a year. And I was like, fuck. And my guides were like, can you do it by yourself now? They were laughing. They thought it was fucking funny. And I was like, fuck you. And it was a lesson, not only in the whole masculine side being broken and repairing these things one by one up my whole body, but also having to be in feminine mode, being forced to be in feminine mode, where people had to take care of me, where I had to accept that I had to have people help me or had to ask for help. And, like I said, I never asked anybody for anything because I've always done everything on my own my whole life. So it's very strange. But yeah, it made me to adapt more into the feminine mode, and it helped me to heal the masculine wounding. And so yeah, so I look at everything as it's grateful. Like I'm grateful for it because every lesson is a blessing. We choose on how we process it and how we look at it and how we handle it. Really, in the end of the day, it's choice. We're choosing it. And so I look at it as really beautiful because I came here to do some healing work and to do my line of clothing. And like the universe is like, oh, we're gonna give that one to you. So imagine these people try to off me by hitting me in the truck by doing this, by trying to reactivate all this fucking trauma looping. And actually all it did was make me the most powerful motherfucker they ever seen, to where I spiritually outranked them. Spiritual gangster shit. So, anyways, like I think it's tight, and I learned like a lot more different modalities, and I really learned how to slow down and be patient with people like, yeah, but now you got good at doing nothing. And I'm like, no, my body fucking hurts. Like for me to go out and stand and dance like I used to, like it fucking hurts even to walk. Like I can't walk on cement. Like I have to walk like it has to be like dirt or like pavers. Like out here we have lots of old little bricks and things like that are in the roads, pavers. Because like on the asphalt and on the cement, bro, I can't like I'll last like 5 to 10 minutes before I'm in absolute fucking agony. Like 5 to 10 minutes maximum. You're lucky. You're lucky. Your mom never beat you. You good. You have a good mom. My mother had narcissistic person. My mother and father both had narcissistic personality disorder, but my mother was very, um, uh, what do you call it? She was very jealous because I was a girl. So that's what I'm saying is I'm not actually sure. Like the way that she was so fucking cold to me and so shut off and so loving to all my brothers. That's why people are like, this, those, that. You weren't born, like you didn't come from her vagina. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen because I feel when I see all these readings for the collective, I'm like, huh, do I have a different family? Like, was I stolen? Was I adopted? Like that would make a lot more sense because I never looked like anybody. I was always way different than I didn't look like any of my like anybody else in my family. Like it was super weird. And I was just like, well, genetics. Like I kind of look like my grandma, but she didn't have curly hair. Like, so, anyways, who really knows? You don't know. My brother always used to tell me I was somebody else's kid. He used to call me he used to call me an iglet because my hair is so fucking curly and I was so fucking dark and dark skinned. Now I'm white. This light makes me look so fucking white. But but also I've been in and it's been raining and I've just been being inside. So, but yeah, yeah, I used to get pulled over all the fucking time and just harassed all the time because first of all, being a girl, second of all, um, being in places like all my brothers are fucking blonde haired and light colored eyes. So I don't really know if they're actually my family in actuality or if they've just been fucking taking what was left to me. I mean, that's what the cards keep saying, read after read after read. So I don't know. Collective, we're all part of the same collective. So there's some truth somewhere in some of these things. Like, you know, um, my brothers were sick. They were bad. Yeah, my older brother was terrible. Yeah, he used to beat me. He used to fucking like take parts off of my car and go sell them to other people for fucking drugs and all this other shit. That's why when people try to laugh at me and tell me like you're a drug addict or any of these other, it's like no, bro. I'm not a thief. I'm not a liar. I'm not a tweaker. I'm not a drug addict. Like I've seen all of that in straight action, and maybe it helped me to be better to not be like them. You ever seen people and you be like, you know what? I never want to be like you. Thank you for letting me know how not to be, what not to be like. And like that's what I'm saying is when you're consistently transmuting all the bullshit that you've been given and you're just like, that's cool. I'm gonna use that to make some cool art. I'm gonna sail across the ocean and make my art on a boat and say, fuck all you guys. Yeah. You know how I ended up on the boat? Well, first of all, I was manifesting the boat for a while, but um, I was taking care of my grandfather before he died, and um, he left me the house, and then my mother evicted me out of the house. That was mine, multi-million. We're not gonna go there. And even though I took care of him for the last 7 years of his fucking life, and he was like a five-time Marine vet. Like there was maybe two or three people higher than him in the military. Let's just put it like that. Wasn't an easy person, but I like to learn, and he was a smart motherfucker and traveled all around the world and experienced a lot of shit. So I learned not most of what I know, but a good portion of what I know, and like learning about people and all this other stuff and the psychology of people and sociology of people really a lot from my grandfather. But yeah, so anyways, there was a series of a lot of different things that happened. My mother tried to got my car impounded, got me arrested by the police. Like she just was like always terrible to me for dumb shit. She would be like, she's a missing persons. And then I would like get arrested as if I stole my own fucking car and then have to pay $500 or something to try to get it out of the impound lot because she did that because I didn't talk to her because I blocked her for a year because she's fucking psycho and abusive. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Everybody has different lives, and that's why what we choose to do with it is interesting. And that's why people don't really believe that I've been through some of the shit that I've been through. They're like, oh, you don't look like that. It's like, no, I don't choose to let portions, chapters of my life story become the whole story. They become part of it, right? They become part of it. But anyways, yeah, so I was going around and then I sold all of my possessions, my car and all of my shit to build a performing arts and events center in the Bay Area, which is still probably there, which another one of my ex, first fucking psychopath, or maybe like the third, but whatever, the last one, before the last one, shit, fuck, get it together. Um, Uh, yeah, before I lost all of that, I didn't lose all that. I had to leave because it was just too much. There was too much problems, and um, my business partner took it out of our business and put it in her name when we were all. There's just a lot. There's a lot of bullshit that went down. Um, but yeah, Then I was homeless for a while. I was renting my friend's van. I was living in a van. Then I manifested my boat. That's how I got the boat and reset up a nice little sewing studio where I sewed a lot of my stuff, teaching people about sustainability and collecting things, material and stuff like this from the garment industry's waste and turning trash into treasure and just literally started from the bottom. Now I'm here. Started from the bottom. Now the whole team's fucking here. So yeah, turning trash to treasure. And yeah, I manifested the boat. I like taught myself how to fucking sail and learned all the stuff and was fucking sailing across the ocean, running everything on fucking solar. That was dope, dope. Until the Orange County sheriffs beached my fucking boat because they don't believe that women should be sailing their own boats. Women belong in bathing suits on the front of a boat. They didn't like that. As a captain, I was above their jurisdiction because they were just cops on boats, and I was a captain of boats. I had a fleet of boats. So yeah, then I lost everything again, and then I was homeless again, and then I went to the Bay, and then I started a whole new sewing studio, and I made a lot of stuff, and you can see some of that in my Instagram. Um, you can see all of the stuff that I had in the studio before I left. And yeah, I came out to try to help to do a tour around Europe and try to help find some new sanctuaries or spaces to build these healing sanctuary centers. I've been on this for like 15 plus years. So my mission hasn't changed. Just different people come in, fucking suck the life force energy out of me and then take everything from me and then whatever, or somebody does, doesn't matter. But that's not going to happen ever again. It's never going to happen again. But um, yeah, then I was in that studio and I saw that there was weird shit and I told my friend to get out of that contract and I bounced out and I started traveling around Europe. And then I ended up wanting to come to Bali to check some things out. And then, yeah, I've been here ever since 2019. And yeah, I started working on my clothing and then I just started really like, after I traveled around the world with my tarot cards and all this stuff, um, you know, yeah. So, one thing at a time, right? So for me, I'm just like, cool, I didn't lose everything. Like, that's why I'm like, I will sit in one little fucking tiny room with my life's work and my sewing machines and my stuff because I have lost and had things stolen and taken and destroyed and like time after time after time after time after time after time, right? But it wasn't pretty like that. So for me, now that I'm sitting here with all of my life's work and all I have to do is just redo the photo shoots instead of having to remake all the patterns and all of the stuff, like, yeah, yeah. So yeah, does it piss me off when I might have to go for it to fucking stack some cash to present all the stuff? Yeah, because that's another 6 months to a year that you guys don't get the clothes and they've been ready for the fucking 3 years or more. And they're still more progressive than what everybody else is making, which is so fucked up. Is I'm gonna launch my shit probably 5 years later, and it's still gonna be more forward and better designed than everything else that's fucking going on. These people even stole my stuff and they're reproducing it in other fucking countries as theirs, selling it here and in other countries as theirs. But I'm gonna get them all. Don't worry. Pokemon style, I'm gonna fucking catch them all. And they're all gonna pay. They're all gonna pay me. I'm gonna get all the royalties off all that shit. And like I just look at it like that. Like that's how the universe. That's kind of how they're telling me they're gonna reward me. Is like all the people that have been doing that. Like now they have to turn everything over to me, and it's like okay, it's already running. Great, someone did something for me for once. Someone helped me for once. I've been collecting the materials, cutting, creating the pattern, creating the design, cutting, sewing, um, constructing, taking the picture, posting it, selling it, going to all the festivals, setting up booths, selling the shit. Yeah. So I'm tired. That's why I came to Bali. I was like, great. Other people are really good at cutting and sewing and can follow my patterns and instructions. What? Please. So, anyways, yeah. But yeah, I gotta find the right sewers because I've had a few different ones. And when I brought this machine back, Eden, she's dope. When I brought this machine back from Java, which is the island next door, it was like a fucking big ass mission. That guy over there was really good, but I couldn't leave my stuff there because they were not taking care, and there was a really large mold problem. I didn't want to leave all the fabric there because even the weather was having a very hard time. And so I brought all the stuff back, and I did this. And so until I can get proper people to do the production sewing, yeah, I'm very specific about my quality. I like high quality things. And so, yeah. This place, I'm in one little room. It's actually not that fucking cool. It's really uncool to me. It's like there's too much going on. That's why I keep everything kind of still packed up because otherwise I can't live like my nervous system because of everything in my new brain. I call it new brain, not injured brain because that's bad. Word just spells. That's why it's called spelling. So it's just like new. It's new. It's different. It's not new brain isn't as fast as old brain, that's for sure. But it's okay. It's new. I got something new. That's how I have to look at it, right? Change it to a positive. But yeah, it's really hard for me to segue between creative and this and that. So it's like I'm either taking care of my health or like where I was before. I was in a four bedroom 2-story place. So my whole house was a really cool studio. Somewhere that's in one of my YouTubes. But But yeah, so yeah, for me, it's not, for me, this isn't that cool. Everything is sitting here and it's really overwhelming for me, to be completely honest. But yeah, this is one of my sewing machines. And this is another one of my sewing machines and my mannequins. And I have another sewing machine right here. And I have another one up there and other, a lot of other materials. But this bin and that bin potentially have the hat. So I'm praying that they have the hat because if it's in this stuff, then there's too much. But yeah, like one or two or more of these bins are all um, um, well, one of the bins is all the stuff that I made, all the original designs. Well, everything's original designs, but two of these bins are actually like one of a kinds, one offs. And when I went back to America, so I went back to America and I was hoping I left 120 one of a kind garments, and my friend didn't even give me fucking 10 in return. Mm. Vintage Vogue jackets and all kinds of shit. So I was really upset because I was like, bro, that's like $40,000 in fucking merchandise. Like, what? You sent me 300. Yeah, that was another fucking hard hit in the face for sure. Just almost hurt as much as the truck. Your best friend that's an artist fucking gives out all of your fucking art and doesn't give you the fucking money when you're like, can you sell some of my art because I need fucking money for medical. And he said he couldn't really sell that much and sent me like $300, and I had like 120 one of a kind handmade original pieces of my art. That just, I got maybe 10 pieces back, and um, they're all kind of ruined. It's like they like people wore them and they ripped, and so he couldn't give them away or sell them or do something with them. I don't really know. So yeah, that was pretty depressing. Um, but yeah, I did bring a few things back, and yeah, so whatever, it's it's been a rough few years, but I'd say yeah, I'm doing okay, right? I'm doing okay. I look okay. Like you can barely tell. Like unless I told you, most people don't even know that this is like, that's why. You can barely tell like that this eyebrow is lower than this eyebrow. Let me if I point it out because I do good makeup, right? But yeah, life is crazy. Life is an adventure and we learn, and I look at it like this. All of it was part of the healing process. And if I had to break the whole right side of my body to heal masculine energy in my body and to adapt more into feminine energy of the body and to get into this space so I can actually like attract a good partner that is also balanced, then so mote it be, right? So mote it be. But yeah, I've had to rebuild my sewing studios in my life like more times than most people could beg for a chance to. And so I'm grateful because the person that was like my father, my grandfather, was born in 1921 during and grew up during the Great Depression. And so I learned a lot. I learned a lot. My brother was very spoiled and needed everything, and that left no money. My mom didn't like to buy me things because she was super jealous of me getting anything. And so my grandma made it fun. We learned how to sew. She taught me how to sew, and I learned how to start making things. And ever since I was super fucking small, I think my first costume I ever made was when I was 3 turning 4. I made this really cool butterfly costume, and I was very specific about how I was creating it and how it needed to be made and all of this stuff. So, yeah, ever since I was small, I was like fucking cooking and sewing and doing all this stuff. I was like a very old soul. And I'm very lucky to have had my grandparents be with me for a lot of my very, very young childhood growing up because I think it helped shape me into like a much nicer person. My grandmother, she was a cancer, and she was just super, she was always taking care of everybody. Everybody would always come over there to eat. Everybody would always, she was the mother to everybody. It's like when everybody didn't have a place to go, when they didn't have a place to stay or a place to eat, or they needed food, or they didn't have a place to go on the holidays. It was like she was always the one taking care of everybody and feeding everybody and doing all this stuff. That was kind of like her jam. So I realized that even though um, my mother was really fucking cold and frigid to me, like my mother never hugged me. My mother never showed up for fucking like awards or anything like that. She was too busy doing Boy Scouts. Um, I wasn't allowed to do brownies, but my brother did Boy Scouts until they were fucking Eagle Scouts. Like it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But um, the reality is because I spent like my first 8 years mostly with my grandmothers and even some of my great grandmothers. They were also like really crazy seamstresses and pattern makers. They would make wedding dresses and all kinds of different stuff. So I think a lot of it was kind of like passed down. I think there is something very special when children are very small, especially when babies and children are very small. I think it's really important that they're adapted or spending a lot of time with the grandparents, because when the soul is first coming in or when the soul is leaving, so before your grandparents or older people are leaving, like that's why people are like, oh, you're trying to get something from old people, and I'm like, no, 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 you are wrong. What I understand is that the veil is very thin, and I'm very comfortable around the older people because the veil is thin and they know that I can understand. Like that TV show, where is it, Death? The black chick is Death, and she's with her brother Dream and all these other whatever. Um, it's like that. It's like people somehow they feel comfortable because they know that you can see it, they can feel it, and it's like it makes it it makes the exit more easy for them somehow. Is kind of like what they're telling me. But yeah, no, I like to get the downloads because as the veil is thin, you're receiving more downloads. And as people are older, it's like they have so much knowledge and information. Um, and it's like, fuck, like I really wish. Like that's why I'm pissed off that they fucked up my phone and all this other shit, that they shut my fucking phone off because like one of the only people that I was actually calling, the only people that I do fucking consider my family is my grandmother. And she's very old and she's very sick and they're not being cool to her. And yeah, more than anything, I just wish like I could still be talking to her every week and checking in and seeing what's going on and sharing little stories and showing her things that I sewed because she loved that. She had the whole sewing studios and all this other stuff. And so I'm grateful, but literally because I wasn't allowed to have the clothes or there wasn't money for me to get the clothes that I wanted, I learned how to make them and became very crafty with it. And I definitely, because I've been doing it since I was very small, I definitely had a lot of influence from all the grandparents, but I think I definitely was some type of a major tailor or seamstress or something else in another lifetime for sure. I've been here many lifetimes and have a lot of skills. And that's why, as entering as a divine feminine, I wouldn't sell my temple. It's like I'm so ancient and primordial of the soul that it's like I know too much. I have too much. I'm overqualified for most things, so I don't need to do that. And honestly, like we're not in the dark ages, like we don't need to do that. Women, you don't need to do that. So you remember doing yoga when you were 12, you touch your legs, your hands without bending your legs. That was helpful for the spine. Yeah, asana. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, can I touch my foot with my hands? I can. Yes, I can. Actually, I was an acrobat. I was an aerial acrobat professionally for maybe like 5 or 8 years, something like this. We performed at all these festivals and some of the biggest fucking clubs and San Francisco and Los Angeles. And yeah, that's what I'm saying is I've lived more lifetimes in this, like a fact from being old, um, uh, like an old soul and having done a lot of things. Like I've also done a lot of things like actually in this lifetime, you know? As a professional acrobat, I was a fucking captain. I had a fleet of boats. I fucking sailed across oceans. I fucking lived in different countries. I've did festival circuit and traveled up and down the West Coast for a lot of years. Yeah, I've done some pretty fucking interesting things, built performing arts, and I've done a lot of things. And like that's why I'm like, motherfuckers think they're gonna take me out? No. You got to be kidding me, right now. So that's what I'm saying is at this point, I didn't lose everything because I still have most of the work. I think they only took maybe like 20 pieces, a bunch of patterns, but they only took like 20 pieces. Like I can remake everything. That's the difference. Like I can remake everything like 100 times over. I just don't want to. Like when I already did all the work multiple times. But whatever, I will. So yeah, that's why I'm like, you know what? No, because they try to get me to dip this country so they could fucking collect all of my shit and launch my shit and take all the credit. And fuck that shit. But yeah, when I did aerial acrobats, like yeah, you got to be able to be bendy and do the splits and do all of that. And that's why I'm literally, I don't know why it's raining all the time. We're not in wet season, but I would like to find a place to hang my aerial hoop up because um, that's what helped me actually heal a lot of my spinal injuries, a lot of these things. Like, I don't know. I must have been really fucked up because ever since I was a kid, I remember I always had to go to the chiropractor. I remember I was always really um, had some major problems. So I don't know what they did to me or what happened to me or what the fuck, but like, yeah. Um, when I started doing aerial, it really helped because the weight of your body is a perfect amount to hang from your ankles, your feet, your ankles, um, to straighten your spine, to pull the weight of your spine down. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think if you go on my whatever, if you go on some of my Instagrams, you can probably see where my aerial hoop is. I've put it up in different places, in different trees, on different boats, and I have some cool pictures of it, like where it looks like I'm flying over the water, probably. And yeah. I am a crazy fucking pirate for sure. That's for sure. Um, uh, try to do asana. It helps your body for sure. Yeah, to be honest, like what my body needs more than anything, like I try to do the yoga and the stretching. Um, that's good. Like stretching is good. Like there's a lot of different poses I can do, but there's a lot of things I cannot do due to the knee and the leg and the arm. So there's a lot of things that I can't like put the weight or the stretch. And what fucks up the body is when you can do it on one side but not the other. So what I've learned in the holistic healing and balancing, because when I first came out here, I broke the right leg and then the left. So the body, in order to regain balance, because I had vertigo for an extended amount of time, um, sometimes I still get it a little bit, but you have to be able to do things that you can equally activate both sides of the body. So I actually need a lot of heat, and something that I was considering doing more than anything, because like I've done a lot of different yogas and stretches. It would really help me to stretch more for sure. That's what I do when I do the aerial, right? I can stretch my body and kind of be hanging because the weight of being down on the ground is not as awesome for my body. When I'm inverted or hanging or something like this, it's much more awesome for my body. But like water, heated water, like maybe water aerobics or something, I'm not really sure, but um, the body has a lot less pain. Got to remember, like, I was hit and run over by a truck. Like, I don't take pain pills or anything like that. I didn't. So, um, because I want my body to do its thing. When you give yourself pain pills and your body doesn't know where to send the signals to heal the thing. That's why people are like, how come you heal so fast? And I'm just like, oh, well, I quit smoking, I quit drinking, I cut out cigarettes, I cut out alcohol, I cut out carbonation, I cut out sugar. I started just doing all of these things and really boom, 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 boom. And I didn't take any pain medications or any type of drugs or anything like that because my body can heal itself. That's how my body heals itself, is by when it says, hey, there's a cut over here, and then all the white blood cells go over there to fucking like start repairing. Yeah, but like all of the medication that we take nowadays and all of the shit that they give everybody to take, it's fucking up the receptors and the signals. And so the body, the natural organic intelligence, not artificial. This shit ain't artificial. Nothing about me is artificial. I didn't have any surgeries, any reconstruction, nothing, nothing, nothing. Never had any shit in my face. I've never had anything done. I never had nothing. Nothing. Your body is a natural organic intelligence, and it knows how to heal you. By all the crazy shit that I have done in my life, this is the organic intelligence. This is the original motherfucking machine. This body is like, bro, this is the most intelligent thing there ever was. So take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your soul. And as always, I love you guys. You got this. Keep going. I'm proud of you. You're doing great. You're amazing. And don't give up. Don't give up. They want to tell me, don't give up. Okay. That's for somebody. So I love you guys. And I wish you all the best. And hopefully I will check in tomorrow. If I get some fucking sleep. It's so late now. It's like 4 a.m. here, you guys. I gotta go to bed. I cannot stand right now. No, because I've been sitting for fucking 2 hours. It's gonna look like this is when I look old, Cole, because my body hurts a lot. If you see me try to stand up or do you see me when I try to move my legs around this thing? How I'm like fucking like a old person? Yeah, I need heat. Before I used to have a bathtub and I would do a bath twice a week and sit in the really fucking scalding hot water. And then I would go to sauna. But I'm really far away from all of that and I don't have a bathtub anymore. And when I try to go to the massage place where they got the bathtub, they put like tepid water and I really need like scalding. My body actually needs the heat in order to even move. Literally, like when you're smashed, when you're hit by a whole fucking truck and drug behind it, like, and your face and your head and your shit is bouncing around on the fucking asphalt, and your body is banging on the asphalt. Um, yeah, it needs heat. Heat is what really helps it more than anything. Heat and massage work. I did a lot of massage work. I had my massage lady. She did a lot of facial massages. This is why my face isn't like this. Before it looked like I was having a stroke for a while, for quite some time. And yeah, last year when they were all fucking poisoning me and doing all that weird shit and trying to give me weird fucking medication, they did give me a stroke. I did have like a stroke. Yeah, it was fucking scary. Um, Super fucking scary. So yeah, you never know who's close to you, so make sure you know what, like, you know, make sure you know. Make sure you know who you're dealing with. Make sure you tune into your intuition and make sure you take care of yourself. Don't do too much trying to take care of everybody else, guys, because whoo, yeah. So I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful to be alive and I'm grateful to still have all of my things. Remember to practice gratitude and your gratitude journals, especially in the morning and before you go to bed. Let the universe know what you like more of, because when all you talk about is that complainy, shitty things, then it gives you more of that. Words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. So make sure you cast good spells even when you speak about yourself or others. That's why that's why I don't say, brain injury. No, I have new brain because it's a more positive spell, because it allows the change. So a lot of how we talk to ourselves is a big part of it. If I didn't have strong mental, I wouldn't have been able to heal myself, because I'll tell you right now, being stuck in a bed and not having any fucking family or friends or anybody come to help you when you can't even go to the bathroom by yourself or wash yourself or do anything. Like, yeah. Yeah. So I, first of all, the higher ups wouldn't let me off myself, number one. Number two, like if I wanted to at some point in time in my life, it would have been then. that's that's for sure. I definitely got to some pretty dark states of depression because it sucks being able to take care of yourself, like doing everything for yourself your whole life since you're small, and then when you're a fucking full ass adult and you've been doing everything by yourself on your own for so long that you don't actually have anybody else to help you. Yeah, but yeah, I look at it as grateful because it because it taught me, still learning my language again, which is funny. It taught me how to be more in the feminine, and it taught me how to not be so much in the masculine. It taught me how to heal the masculine and how to better balance the masculine and the feminine. So, um, yeah, it's crazy, right, guys? But in the end of the day, we're here for a reason. So figure out what your soul purpose or your reason is. And oh, let it make you get old and tired until you're tired of it, and then do something else, right? I've been doing sewing for ever since I can remember, but that's maybe why I do lots of other things. Find your find your special gifts that you were given or that you innately came with or that you reincarnated with, that you just remember, that come really easy to you, and figure out the best way in which you can share them with the rest of the world. And that is the best honest advice I could ever give and anybody, right? You don't work when you love what you do and you do what you love. They say you never work a day in your life, but I think that's bullshit because I've put in so much fucking work. The sewing and the cutting and stuff is work. When people are like, but I want it for this much, and I'm just like, do you work for less than $1 an hour? And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm just like, well, this took me 28 hours to make. So how much do you like to make? What's the minimum you like to make per hour? And then they start doing the math and they're like, oh, you're actually giving this to us for like 30 to 50% off what it actually should be. And I'm like, yeah. And then you got to consider the cost of the design and the materials, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh. So just do what you're good at and figure out whatever that is. And uh yeah, it's just do what you love to do and figure out whatever that is. And as always, guys, I love you and I will check in later. But like I said, it's fucking 4:20 here. I need to go sleep. Been on here for more than 2 hours. I gotta go sleep. Ciao from me out. Zoe out.